CBN. What do you want to say about those two?
I feel like CBN has done uh, a nice enough job. Feeling ko yung nangyari dito sa MattJess, they still kept the same level
Mm.
as like a top 3 team, pero hindi sila pumangat masyado. It's still the exact same MattJess level na we kind of expect every time na makikita natin yung team. I feel like CBN has done a great job of covering para dito kay Loy out of when he went out of the roster, and of course doing a great job slotting in at the right moment. And the feeling ko they're still kind of trying to feel each other out as a team. Alam mo naman yung matches, right? Since they're more on the pubs, the pub way of things, medyo mabilis sila maglaro. So there's not much time to call each other's plays na sinasabi natin dito. So I really feel like once na mas gamay na yata ng matches yung kanilang mga teammates dito, then they're gonna have a way better time as a squad.
Yeah, kumbaga parang it's about time na mapipino at mapipina nila lalo the way that they would be able to coordinate. Lalong-lalo they've got 2 new integrations, not just one. So it's gonna take some time for matches to actually feel each other. Although with the mixture ng pub style nga nila, it seems like it's gonna be a great thing for them na makita natin sila later on in this type of playstyle. Although we are gonna be seeing the next team, which is GAON Gaming. Being formed all throughout dito sa group stages natin, lalong-lalo na umpisa pa lang naman to. And most likely that as they advance forward, there'll be more information and more ways in order to see kung ano nga ba yung mga pagkakamali nila. Kailangan nilang itama. Hindi naman sa humuhugot ako, pero gets mo na yun.
Yep, I mean, you do have a point, no? I mean, it's all a learning process dito sa group stage. Medyo mahaba-haba pa naman yung group stage natin, no? So there's plenty of time for the teams to kind of fix their mistakes in the prior ones. Merong mga ibang teams, I'm not gonna drop any names, but they're kind of using itong group stage natin as a testing grounds kung ano yung gagana, ano yung hindi gagana against yung mga fellow Filipino teams nila. But we're gonna take a look at the stats, of course, and Jeff Rock's leading the charge pagdating dito sa KD at sa KR. And yeah, I mean, kagaya nga na sinabi ko, this is probably his best showing dun sa ating last na series, but yun nga, didn't result in a win. But this time, kaya ba nilang kunin yung panalo against itong MattJess?
Yeah, that is indeed a question as well. And ano kayang meron, no? Lahat sila letter J. Ano meron sa mga J?
It's a thing for them. Yun nga, Jason Jam, JCD, Jeff Rock, Jefferson, pati yung 6-man nila na si Jackman.
May buff pala ata yun pagka puro J.
Yeah, maybe it's the synergy, no? Maybe plus 10, plus 20 synergy pag nagsimula sa J yung pangalan mo. But yeah, I mean, let's see if the J synergy is enough to lead us over the charge, as we are gonna have the veto very, very soon. Veto, of course, bit of discussion lang between sa atin. I would not be surprised if lalabas ng sub-base itong GAON Gaming. Granted, it is a popular map as well para dito sa MattJess, but really feel like pagdating nga sa more slower way of things, especially pagdating sa GR side for the side of GAON, kaya naman nilang pantayan dito. But it really depends on the forms of the sniper. No? Obviously, Jefferson's gonna be insane pagdating sa kanyang sniping, but we can't really assume na matatalo na agad dito ang GAON just because of that, or not matatalo na agad yung MattJess because of that, kasi and dito naman si Rels, who's also just as good pagdating sa kanyang sniping ability on these maps. But of course, we're gonna take a look at the match history, and CFS Masters didn't bode well with GAON, but at least nakakuha sila ng isang map dito.
Ayun nga, knowing na there is this certain aspect para sa GAON Gaming na mataas yung expectations nila always because they might get runner-ups heading on to playoffs. Unfortunately, parang hindi pa yun nangyayari on their end. Although, hopefully, we can see more of them later on, and hopefully, itong matchup na ito at the current time is gonna be contributing as their stepping stone in order to advance forward.
For sure. But we are going to have the key players, of course, on our screen, and it is going to be the new kid, CBN, and Jeff Rock. So, labanan ng NT pala ang magiging key players natin dito.
Would he actually be more comfortable into this one? Because he's back on his usual team already. But other than that, Matt Vito, everyone, we're gonna see kung saan nga ba maglalaro itong dalawang kampo natin as okay.
Okay, ayaw nilang galawin yung sub-base ng GAON. That's understandable.
Yeah,
Or
respectable.
rather, sub-base ng matches. So, respectable yun. Eagle Eye, of course, it's a equally as threatening map para dito sa GAON. No? So, you don't really want to deal with that. So, of course, GAON's just gonna go back to their comfort on compound. Black Widow para dito sa matches. The more funky styles is definitely gonna be interesting seeing that. And Port para dito sa third map natin. And interesting, actually. Blacklist start for both first maps or first and second map para dito sa ating MattJess side. So, feeling ko gusto yatang gawin dito ng GAON. They want to start things off defensively dito sa Black Widow. And pagdating naman sa compound, I mean, you don't have any choice, man. Kasi MattJess pipili ng sides pag kayo nag-pick.
I mean, I feel like we have mentioned na rin earlier din na sobrang strong din kasi if ever that they start on the defense kasi in terms of retakes they always excel onto this one for GAON Gaming, and maybe they really want to capitalize on the momentum that they can build up from the first few moments doon being on the global risk side of things, and if ever that they can carry that over when the sides has been swapped, then all the more merrier para sa GAON Gaming to execute forward.
And Port's gonna be very interesting, no? Feeling ko yun yung pinaka malalang head-to-head matchup para sa dalawang snipers natin. Obviously, nakita natin kanina, right? Zetra, as much as I would have wished na I saw him snipe map 1 pa lang para makahit up na konti yung bata, it was the Suna kind of leading the charge on the sniper, and obviously we saw a lot of action dito sa long A. But Black Widow is gonna be another one of those maps where yung mga snipers natin can really shine, fully knowing how far the fights can be, especially pagdating sa stage at sa high mid dito ng BL. So, lots of opportunities para sa mga teams na gumawa ng damage sa start ng round natin. But compound, definitely gonna be an interesting choice para sa GAON. Obviously, they attempted to stop itong Vanguard from their more faster paced way of things, and of course Vanguard pa lang, no, from round number 1 in this particular map, sinend na nila agad itong container mid natin, getting itong CA, getting itong CB. So is it gonna be the exact same thing para dito sa matches, right? Pagdating sa kanilang side switch, it might just be. But it kind of depends, no? Kasi yung MattJess is a very feel-heavy team. Kung hindi nila nararamdaman na gumagana yung kanilang more aggressive na strategy, then they're gonna adjust accordingly dito sa compound.
Yes, and hopefully that they can cook something up dito, no? Especially for compound. And I guess we just gotta let them cook, I guess. Especially kung matatapatan nga bande ni Rels etong si Jefferson onto the sniper role, as there might be some existing pressure onto that one because, you know, as much as possible you want to set the bar up to your opponents. But yeah, knowing with the maps na meron tayo ngayon, well, this is about to be a party, about to be started.
Yep, shout out to the GAON squad na I think they have a new set of PCs dun sa kanilang bootcamp. I think someone posted about it. Apparently, either it is gonna be like 15 pesos per hour. So that's your advertisement, no, Boss GAON. So, you know, Boss March, you already know kung saan isa-send yung jersey po. Just in case that you do want to send one. Pero yun nga, GAON versus MattJess in this series. I'm very excited for this one to start kasi, I mean, it's always a treat para makapanood ng the younger teams going up against the more experienced teams dito sa laruan natin. And now we do start each compound, of course, PL side para sa MattJess and GAON Gaming on that GR.
Yes, and they're off to a pretty good start here. But although in terms of control, not quite sure here for the side of GAON Gaming, as they're pretty passive in terms of the positioning nila ngayon so far. Tamang pakiramdaman lang sila dito. Total maaga pa naman din, marami pa silang oras.
Very aggressive start para dito sa MattJess. They already got control sa container mid, already attempting to get control dito sa may mid side. Pero gusto ko yung ginagawa dito ng GAON, of course, is letting the map play out by itself. It is those types of maps yung compound natin na pwede ka lang dito sa loob and you definitely have a bigger advantage. Pero tignan mo naman yung MattJess. They're not gonna send it immediately. Instead, kukuha sila ng opportunity para kumuha ng control dito sa storage B. JCD swinging left and right. So, kailangan nila makita yung ulo niya immediately dito. A7J already gusto niya makipag-away, and that's the first blood in this entire series. JCD is gonna go down, and A7J nakapasok na sa site. They already got batteries control. Napakabilis naman from MattJess. And I really feel like this is gonna be a tough retake, pero hindi na ipapa-retake ni Jeffrox. Bumasok na siya agad. And Jefferson versus Rels, we already got the matchup that we wanted. Dito sa simula pa lang, pero alam na yata ni Rels kung nasan si Jefferson. He can see the tip of that AWM.
Okay. This is pretty intense to say the least in the last few moments of just the first round. At I feel like it's just a matter of kung sino ang magsiswing muna at kung sinong una magpapakita. Nakikita niya na yung barrel, Sneaky Frog.
Huwag kang tatalon. Huwag kang gagalaw, Jefferson. Pero si Rels, fully knowing him, he is paunahan na lang. Sino mas mabilis mag-quickscope? Jefferson, pre-fire, pre-aim, at Rels alam na kung nasan yung last player ng GAON Gaming. And MattJess, they get the first round just by the skin of their teeth. Pero medyo nakakatakot yun, ha? Since nakapasok dun si Jeffrox, he could have killed the entire team since hindi yun ina-expect ng MattJess.
Actually, maganda nga rin yung shifting dito for the side of MattJess. Unfortunately, though, quick on his shoes is Jeffrox and Jefferson. Meron na agad magiging hello, goodbye onto Rels as they try to move their way dito sa long area natin. And hopefully, is wala silang makaligtaan na mga corners onto this one, heading onto the side.
Medyo funny yung face cam ng MattJess because they're all using background blur and tignan mo naman si John Lee in the background. He's just
chilling.
Chilling, man. He's just making sure na MattJess has gotten all the reps down. But Jefferson already with the first pick. And obviously, nung pag mawawala talaga si Rels dito sa MattJess, you kind of lose yung long-range sniper nyo, the guy who can pick off the more important angles dito sa compound, especially pag nandun sila sa tower. But exit control temporarily para dito sa MattJess at magpaparamdam din sila dito sa B site. So if mawala dito si Jeffrox at si Jefferson, the map is gonna become a lot more confusing. Pero Jeffrox, hindi niya alam na meron na palang tao sa CB. Jefferson with the first kill, pero napatakbo na lang si idol nyo. MZ getting si Jam on the other side, and look at the presence across the map. Pero yun lang, napigilan pa nga ni Jason. So a whole map split para dito sa MattJess. So intention yata nilang pumasok ng B site and then may maglulurk galing dito sa A pero na-stop to ng GAON.
True. And they're already making their way here dito sa B-site natin once again, just preparing all kinds of utils. Yun nga lang nga, saktong-saktong flash sa mukha. Although, they still got enough time here. Although it's rapidly depleting. Two people here from the side of GAON Gaming are actually trying to make their way here from CB in hopes of trying to catch them off guard dito sa pag push forward ng MattJess, but kaunti na lang, Jefferson. Well, Aware is gonna take VHA down. Yun nga lang, masasagot siya agad ni A7J. Time's ticking. A 1v2. A7J, dalawa ang kanyang kaharap dito. Hindi niya alam saan siya titingin. And finally, the round will end with GAON Gaming winning.
Sayang yun. Dahil kay A7J, I mean, he already has batteries control. Pero since nakapasok na yung mga players dito na GAON from the storage side, it's kind of hard to fight from that location. Pero dadamihan na nila yung presence dito sa LB this time. Jeffrox spotted, pero nagpapa-info lang naman siya dito. So he's gonna go back all the way into the B site. Pero hindi, actually, he's gonna stay dito sa entrance. Siguro magpapadamage muna lang siya ng isang player and then tatakbo na lang. Or he could be playing yung corner dito sa A. Yeah, he's probably playing yung corner dito sa B. And ang tanong, are they gonna check it? No, never mind. Si Jeffrox na mismo lalabas. He's like, yep, di na ako magpapahabol dito. Ako na mismo yung magpipeak.
Peaker's advantage present dun sa instant na yon. Although, there's still like a lot of stuff that might go down dito until that they put the bomb down at B. Everyone, though, is just gonna be taking their time of day in order to see kung meron pa nga ba sila mga posibleng makuha onto this one with some sort of hesitation na rin. Lalong-lalo na nabawasan na sila dito. O, para sa side ng GAON Gaming, though, is they are currently in control and parang prepared sila just in case that there will be some sort of executions na manggagaling dito for the side of MattJess.
Putting Rels in this position is actually very nice kasi yun nga, he can peek dito sa batteries just in case that someone steps a bit too far back and the rest of the squad is just gonna explore yung mapa natin. And if they do get a pick dito sa B site, you're gonna see them send it right back dito sa LB and go into that B site. Pero tamang stay pa lang naman. But a very aggressive hold as well galing dito sa GAON. They have storage. They have storage A control. And meron lang isang player na nagja-jump spot lang from that C3 side. So I think MattJess, they've done enough investigating dito sa mapa natin. So a B site execute could be underway.
The underway indeed, although someone's just gonna be putting his presence here onto the mid area just in case na mayroong magpakita doon. But Jefferson, pipita siya si MZ doon sa moment na yon. As they try to make their way at B site, but JCD is gonna be located as they try to even things out regardless. 2v2, may mapipitas pa si Raz dito. Jeffers going down. Susundan pa dito with the follow-up from CVN as Jason. He's gonna be quite low in terms of HP. Rels, tamang antabay lang just in case, no? They're already defusing the bomb though. Yeah, it's not planting for him. Yun yung downside. Sayang.
Yung downside, indeed. Kasi I really don't like it na tinapon niya agad yung kanyang HE considering low HP na dun yung last player. And I feel like throwing it a bit early is not the best decision, no? Kasi merong oras mag-react yung last player natin on that side. And yeah, it seems like MattJess, they want to take the slower way of things. Never mind. It is a dead round. So, update so far, guys. 2-1 ang ating score. GAON Gaming taking full advantage ng kanilang GR side, right? They're not making it easy para dito sa MattJess na kumuha ng mga posisyon dito sa mapa natin. Granted, nabibigyan ng storage B control itong MattJess natin, but I really feel like alam na ng GAON na once na pumasok sila dito sa B site and we have our angles, then nahihirapan talaga silang makakuha ng round.
Although I can see the motive of MattJess trying to keep themselves close sa isa't isa. Unfortunately though, when it comes to tradings, parang nagkakaroon ng kakapusan kasi GAON Gaming is always quick on the trigger and trying to get the pickups as early as possible. And there are even some moments that they're trying to catch them off guard and medyo nagkakaroon ng glimpse ng pagkakataranta for the side of MattJess. So, I mean, it's just a few stages pa lang naman ng ating match and there's still a lot more time.
Sobrang napamahal na kasi sa akin yung crossbar. And ang hirap iwan ng isang bagay lalo na kapag napamahal na sa'yo eh. And gusto ko rin kasi talagang matulungan yung ibang mga kapwa ko crossbar player na
sa mga sumusuporta sa amin sa team ko, maraming salamat. Pagpatuloy nyo lang na suportahan kami. Mas gagalingan pa namin sa mga susunod na laban namin sa international o dito sa Pinas.
Hello, Crossfire Esports fans. Welcome to the 2024 roadmap of CFS Esports in the Philippines. It's history in the making as we launch this year's roadmap to reinforce the ecosystem of the Filipino competitive esports by kicking off the biggest stages in the local scene that will grant the qualification to the global major events of CFS Esports, the CFS Summer Championship 2024, and the CFS
get yung baka certain position na to. And when you spend nades dito sa CF, obviously you only have one of each sa mga players natin. And yeah, yung limited resource yung mga needs natin. So they have to think about what they have to use.
Better try and contemplate wisely kung kailan at ano ang tamang sitwasyon na maaari nila magamit yung mga utils na yon. And actually, it occurred to me, I wonder if one of the reasons or the possible reasons bakit hindi sila nagtitake ng A is baka nandoon si Jefferson? Or is that actually a possibility that they really want to get rid of the possibility of an early pickoff on their end? Kaya lang kasi so far, lagi siyang sa bandang B side natin nakikita eh. So yeah, I feel like it's time for him to actually switch things up for the side of MattJess.
Yeah, and yun nga sa CBN naman though, the one round na panalo dito ng MattJess, that was a very impressive 3K entry galing sa kanya dito. It kind of looked like in the old MattJess where they had Siloy just sending it dito sa mga sides and getting every single kill that he wants. But obviously he's not here. Pero CBN so far, ayun nga dito sa mga tournaments natin, he's been very impressive. Obviously, just as aggressive as yung kanyang counterpart that just left itong MattJess roster natin. And yeah, I mean, if the you guys doing it like this, feeling ko mas magiging confident yung MattJess to really just trust the process para dito sa ating first half.
And hopefully in terms of their integration alongside each other, lalo pang magkaroon ng mas mainit as the rounds advance forward, no, for this compound. And knowing with the advantages then and knowing how GAON Gaming actually plays, MattJess should really take into account kung paano nga ba nila mapapatasan itong mga members natin dito on their end and hopefully get an edge despite of the aggressive playstyle. Dive right back in dito sa ating match as of the current moment. And yes, we are currently here.
There we go. Jefferson, ayun na nga, kakapikit ko pa lang, nakakuha na siya ng kill dito kay Rels. And he's also gonna get taken down. So yung GAON and yung MattJess, they were like, alright, sobrang tagal ng break. Let's both just aggress dito sa may mid side. And it is just a classic mid fight na nakita natin. At si A7J na lang natitira. JCD, Jeffrock still left alive. And both of them, very aggressive players. A7J, let's see what he can do. Pili ko, ina-expect na dito na lalabas si JCD. JCD popping out. Good headshot. Kala kay A7J. Pero Jeffrocks, naspatan na nga si A7J na nagpapalit ng baril kasi walang bala. At dude, yeah, that's a win. But GAON Gaming, wait lang, nakabog ako dun
Nagolat si Kuya mo, sneaky frog, guys. Everything just gone down dito sa mid-era natin in the containers alongside, no? Unfortunately, it could have been a really different story, no? For A7J kung sakali man na merong pambala yung baril niya. But now, control here is on the side of MattJess just in case Rel's on the tower area. Kung sakali man na mayroong magpakita sa kanya galing dito sa GAON Gaming, ngayon baka matanggalan pa nga ng ulo. But Jason, mukhang mabubura na dito ni MZ as they try to facilitate their presence here at mid-heavy. But still trades coming in, MZ, medyo napuruhan. Pero buhay pa rin naman. And it's already up to them kung makakaano sila dito, push forward sa ating A-long galing sa akyatan. And seems like they're already making their way on the way there.
Yeah, and this is the most dangerous parts of MattJess. No? Pag nabigyan mo sila ng opening picks, they're gonna start exploring in and around yung map. Pero JCD, getting si CBN in return. And all of a sudden, it's an equal game between yung dalawang teams natin. And GAON Gaming still in control ng dalawang sides natin despite the 3v3 happening. So kailangan yata mag-explore dito yung MattJess on the other sides of the map to try and see what other holes the defense has dito sa compound. Pero medyo mahirap yun considering the map.
Medyo mahirap nga yun, no? Although, medyo nagmamarathon na itong mga member natin dito para sa MattJess as they try to make their way onto B once again. Hopefully trying to snoop out every nook and cranny. possible na panggalingan dito ng GAON Gaming. Pero sobrang disiplinado nila, you know? They're just anchoring the specific positions na nandoon sila kani-kanina pa. And so far, time is ticking. Andito na naman tayo. Seems familiar na yung presence nila is nasa B-site na naman muli. Someone from Tower Rails ay makukuha ni JCD. And mukhang madadagdagan pa yung mga casualties para sa side ng GAON Gaming. But still a 1v2. VHA buhay pa naman. Tamang paulan lamang ng mga bomba dito kung sakali man na meron siyang mapitas. Pero still, hindi niya na alam sa siya titingin at mukhang makukuha niya pa yung dalawang naiiwan. What a good play galing kay VHA.
Grabe naman. Not much reaction. The kid is still locked in. Nonchalant clutch. Galing dito sa MattJess. And a very, very nice 2K galing dito kay Bond. This is what I was talking about. Pagdating dito sa compound, once you have control of those batteries, you can split the fights in two. And Jefferson, though, hindi na yata pinapahinga ang MattJess dito, already taking out si A7J, attempting to get control dito sa may pillars natin. Pero pati na nga, itong si Rel sumagot na rin. Jeffrax mawawala, pero yung dalawang snipers natin, buhay na buhay pa rin. Uy, nakaisama si Jefferson. He's relentless dito sa B.
Ayaw na ayaw niya na magkaroon ng equalized numbers dito sa dalawang kampo. Pero palag-parag na pa rin itong mga member natin from the side of MattJess as they try to turn their attention here sa ating A-site. Ayun nga lang, MZ. Nako, mukhang di magiging maganda ata ang itsura ngayon for the side of MattJess. Medyo malayo sila sa isa't isa. Not quite sure if this is the best case scenario knowing that they are on a 2v4. Although, they're still gonna try and make their way onto A. And hopefully secure the plan. Pero yun nga lang, parang hindi sila hinahayaan ni Jason na magawa yun. DHA, meron siyang makakamit sa bandang mid. Although, siya na lang ang naiiwan. And until when kaya siya mabubuhay? Wala pa yung C4 sa kanya.
A minute and 5 on the clock. And tatapusin na lang ni Jam dito. So, 1 for 1 in terms of rounds. Fast 1 galing sa MattJess. Fast 1 galing dito sa GAON Gaming as well. Greeting itong MattJess squad natin. And it seems like, yun nga, no, MattJess is going back to their pure fighting style na nakita natin from the prior games ng MJ. And the triple nades a bit, just in case lang naman na meron tao dun sa harap. Pero wala namang nabawasan galing sa side ng MattJess. But, so far, pantay yung game. And it's actually benefiting itong MattJess, no, having a game this close dito sa laruan natin. And, you know, pagdating nila dito sa GR side, maybe mag-benefit na dito yung MattJess as if they keep it close dito sa first half, then GAON has to do some work dito sa kanilang BL.
Hopefully. But now, binigay na naman muli ang ating towers dito for the side of MattJess as wala pa silang nakikita, no? Because all of the members of GAON Gaming, they're just keeping their eyes and their presence solidified sa mga kanya-kanyang sites. But ngayon, trying to push lang tong si MZ from the pillars area and hopefully na makakuha siya ng control onto storage, but parang mauudlot yung kanya mag-push doon kasi ang laki na nabawas sa kanya. Jefferson pushing him in and being able to get him down. CBN already 2 on the bag as he tries to make more space and ways para sa mga kumpara niya in order to execute. Pero they are gonna be putting their attention to B-site na naman. I wonder if history will repeat itself onto this one, knowing it's already a 3v3 in this current scenario.
Yeah, and nahirap i-clear yung position dito ni Jeffrax, right? You have to look down, which is not the easiest thing dito sa first-person shooters, pero nakapasok na ang ating MattJess na squad batteries is gonna get occupied. Jeffrax insta-cleared, and hindi niya alam na nakapasok na agad si A7J dito, so medyo clueless ang ating player na nasa loob ng site. Pero JCD at si Jason, they're gonna attempt a retake, pero tignan mo naman si MZ. Very aggressive position dito sa may window side, and pag lumabas dito si JCD, he's gonna get insta-murked. Pero Jason on the side, nakita na nga si MZ, pero meron pang dalawang players na nasa loob ng site. 24 seconds left on the clock. Flash is gonna go through. Mabubulag yung MattJess, pero tignan mo naman yung HP ng GAON. They have to send it and they have to hit the headshots. A7J na mismo ang nag-peak, and CBN gets the second player in. And MattJess with the lead dito sa compound. And their BL side is going exactly as they planned dito.
MattJess looking good, no? I feel like this is the moment in time na na-realize na bakit gustong-gusto nilang i-push itong B-side natin is much better in terms of their positioning as well as the post-plan situation. Although, right now, they are gonna try and make their way dito sa bandang katukanlong natin, no? Hopefully, in case lang din naman that they can spot any members from GAON Gaming. And actually, during that round, it occurs to me na mahirap talaga silang i-segregate, especially the rest of the team members nung nasa blacklist side is
Oh my
just
God!
going there. But CBN, nagpa-pop off na naman. Pretty similar to what we have witnessed earlier on. This dude is on fire. But two people, presence at pillar. Ganda yung pag-push ng Dieter and even with the CB area for GAON Gaming. And just trying to put their guard onto here, but MZ, mukhang meron siya mapipitas onto this one. Madadagdagan pa CB and streak already. Although Jefferson na lang ang maiiwan onto this one, not the best case scenario, onto the sniper role. Pero subukan niya pa rin na ilaban nito regardless, and someone's gonna be coming from the back, and it's the only CBN.
Yeah, and I think yung ginawa din ng GAON, they were attempting to go for a double peak dito sa may mid-side in order to get a 4v5 tapos magbaback na sila sa mga sites natin agad-agad. Pero CBN somehow hitting 2 headshots sa dalawang players na nagpipeak. And this kid is just impressing us time and time again. MattJess, I have no idea kung saan nyo nakahanap yung mga entries nyo, but it is working. And pati yung CB player na biktima na rin dito ni CBN. So another pop-off round para sa kanya dito. Another 3K to right dito sa ating laruan, and 5-3, and this means hindi na makukuha ng GAON Gaming itong lead dito sa kanilang GR side. So medyo magiging dependent itong GAON Gaming squad pagdating sa kanilang atake. Pero tignan mo naman yung setup ng MattJess. They're just going 3 mid, making sure na yung kanilang makalikod na hindi ma-flank ng mga players, especially knowing yung tendencies dito ni JCD at ni Jason. So tamang information getting lang muna for the start of the round.
Making the most out of this round, getting the intel as much as possible, but rest of the players here from GAON Gaming, sobrang tindi talaga ng nagiging anchor na lang dun sa mga specific sites because they really don't want to give this round for the side of MattJess, knowing that once again they're up on a rough start for the first half, but rest of the players here, tamang antabe lang just in case na meron na namang mawawala ng patience, sumilip, nakita. Let's muna siya ng bahagya. Jefferson adjusting the position, but the rest of the people here trying to push forward at last. Paunti ng paunti yung oras at lahat sila dito. Ganda ang control sa B. Not quite sure kung ito nga bang kanilang punteriya. Mukhang hindi. Making their way here onto Z as they finally try and mow every single person down here for the side of MattJess. The time pressure is too much for them as it's all up to Rels to try and counter the 4 remaining members. And now it is going to be GAON Gaming getting that one.
Yeah, maganda naman yung positioning dun ng MattJess, right? They got tower control, nakapasok na sila dito sa EA, but unfortunately, flash flung dito sa kanilang mukha at bulag na bulag dun si A7J. So he couldn't really help yung kanilang teammates in that process. Granted, nakita na nila si Jason na gustong umakyat dito sa 2F, right? And he did. Bit of a crossfire lang between yung dalawang players and the Z player coming out at the right time to take out etong si A7J. So at least may sagot pa dito for the very last round ng ating first half, itong GAON Gaming. And let us see GAON naman this time on their BL side. And granted, din nga, no, we keep complimenting itong GR side ng ating GAON Gaming squad. It's still the tougher side of the map that they have to go through. But fully knowing itong GAON, no, it is compound, it is somewhat of their home court. Feeling ko meron silang game plan papasok dito sa ating second half.
And if the game plan is going to be aggression, well, we are all here for it. And hopefully it can materialize on their end dahil kanina, despite of the fact na they are pretty good in terms of retake, parang hindi na nila yun, hindi hinahayaan ni MattJess yun eh. And as much as possible, they're trying to battle it out in terms of the duels, and kung makakapaglapag man sila ng bomba, it's always at the B side because they're well aware of the advantage na maaari nila makuha playing around doon sa batteries area. So talagang as a player here on the side of GAON, parang di mo malaman saan ka titingin kasi kanya-kanyang harang and the fast movements pretty difficult to catch up. But now that the sides has been swapped, it's already up to the side of GAON Gaming to show what they're actually made of, especially na walang haba sila, most likely in terms of the blacklist side.
Nakikita mo na agad yung difference, no? Between yung PL sides ng dalawang teams natin.
Push
GAON
agad.
Gaming, a lot more process dito sa mapa natin. Obviously, gagawin nila yung paghati ng compound map, which is you take CA, you take container mid, then you take CB, and then mag-explore na kayo accordingly. But it feels like hindi yun yung game plan ng GAON. Instead, kukuha muna sila ng storage control and gusto yata nila pumasok galing dito sa exit.
Okay, ang ngalangak mo na itong flash button na lang, walang nag-swing. Walayo-layo naman. Although rest of the people here are just gonna take their time dito sa they call this ating CA area as they try to locate yung mga members natin dito from the side of MattJess. MattJess in a really passive position. Towers natin finally being taken by Jason here, and hopefully they will be able to find out some of their members from here on as they try to get some information and nagkakandawaldasan na rin ng mga bomba dito.
Yep. Tamang nade exchange lang dito sa mid. Oh, bit of a flash. I mean, wala namang mangyayari, of course. Oh, every single player dito na MattJess playing very passively, no? I mean, I like yung defense dito na MattJess. 2 players na nakaharap dito sa A. 1 player playing curve just in case na gusto pumasok ng GAON Gaming. But still, I mean, very slow take galing dito sa GAON. May mag-react pa from the MattJess side. And yes, they will. MZ shooting through the smoke. Rinig na rinig yung pagtapak nila dito. And CBN even getting taken down. So isa na lang yung nagde-defend dito sa B side. Pero pati si Rels na damay na rin. And somehow, some way, A7J getting si JCT. Pero kailangan na ng GAON na pumasok ng site and secure it.
VHA trying to run all the way from A to B. Hopefully, no, na makakuha siya or makapita siya dito. All the way from curve, taking Jeffra. So, ayun nga, alamin nasa likod pa. And unfortunately though, that's gonna be the mark of his end. And scores are all equalized for all we know.
Yeah. And nakikita mo na yung sinabi ko kanina, di ba, Mochi? Yung that curve control. Hindi mo talaga alam kung papasok sila ng A or dito sa B. So, I think yung GAON Gaming playing a lot more standard na compound na pwede natin tawagin dito. And even on the BL side, may proseso talaga sila sa pag-eliminate ng mga angles galing sa side ng MattJess. Pero Jefferson, kung gusto na agad bumawi dito ni Rels pagdating sa kills. But unfortunately, once again, in-expect yun ng GAON.
And alam mo gagawa sila kundi bumalik na lang, parang wala akong nakikita, boss, sorry, hindi kita matitrade, but there's still a lot more time to work on that naman as once again the same drill, heavy presence at LA, and hopefully they can actually push him forward. Atras muna si A7 dahil niya makikita mamamataan at eventually liwanag ang kanya makikita dito as Jam ends him off, but rest of the people here, MZ, Jam will be able to take him out. Sunod-sunod. But 2 more people remaining here for the side of MattJess. Antabay lang. Paano nga pa nga ba nila ito dedepensahan knowing na 2 na lang naiiwan at wala pang nalalagas para sa side ng GAON sa ngayon?
Yeah. Medyo nakahalata na hindi ganun komportable yung MattJess na pagdating sa compound kasi gusto talaga nilang maghanap ng fights immediately sa start ng ating round. Diba? Wait lang, getting taken down immediately. CBN gusto nang bumalik na nga dito sa mid-side natin. Pero tignan mo naman kung sino yung nakanood sa tower. It is itong si Jefferson.
Okay.
CBN with a good first tap. Pero Jefferson, he doesn't miss an angle that he's already holding. So, GAON Gaming getting the lead back on the board para sa kanila dito, 6-5. We're just gonna switch that back around very, very soon. Pero, yun nga, GAON, I mean, 100% more comfortable pagdating dito sa kanilang BL side. But MattJess naman yung medyo nahihirapan na hindi sila makahanap ng mga opening picks like they did dun sa first half natin.
And despite the fact that they really want to retaliate, hopefully get the advantage in the early rounds natin, hindi nila yun magawa because GAON Gaming is pretty sure or like expecting the possible pushes na manggagaling dito kay MattJess. And in case man na MattJess na merong mamataan is a lot of people in front of their faces and they've got no other choice but to back out. And worst case is may mapipitas pa sa kanila. But rest of the people here, dito naman tayo muli Hopefully they can take storage and control. Rest of the people, Jeff Rocks. Meron kaya siyang mamamataan dito sa bandang pillars? Di natin sure. Because right now, they're keeping themselves on guard, standing their ground, and getting the most information that they can kontra kay MattJess.
Yep. And I think they're trying to call out siguro yung process na ginagawa dito ng GAON Gaming and an immediate
Ayun.
collateral na po nag-line up yung dalawang players dito ng GAON Gaming. And si Va, gusto na rin makipag-away dito kay Jeff Rocks who's trying to lurk right behind of CB. Pero nakaalis na yung dalawang players. I mean, they don't have to get involved anymore kasi nakuha na nila yung dalawang picks na gusto nilang kunin dito. And si Jason wala siyang choice just to reconvene with his teammates dito sa may B site. And I think magdidikit-dikit na lang sila dito in order to get that B.
Gusto sana nilang kunin yung control sa curve, but may nakaantabay na, may nakabantay na. And ayaw nilang continue knowing the disadvantage that they're currently at. But so waiting out, actually, they might make it work. And mapipitas pa nila CB. Unfortunately, yung MZ will be able to answer them back, and now Jeff Rocks na lang naiiwan dito. Subukan niyang i-narrow down yung numbers as he tries to make his way all the way from B onto exit, but
Mahirap.
not an inch further as Rels take him out.
Yeah. Medyo mahirap na yun. I mean, the C4's out in the open. Ano magagawa mo dun at that point? But
Yeah.
a really nice yung team play na nakita natin galing dun sa MattJess, right? And that's a very common thing pagdating dito sa compound, a double down tower play. And the first contact usually dies, and then the second contact the in-expect, and the EA player swings as well. Pero yun na nga, Jason, nahulog sa start ng round. Nako po, ginalit na dito si Rels. Nag-peak na siya ng mid, and it actually worked this time. Hindi na siya inabangan. Hindi na in-expect dito ng GAON Gaming that someone would go aggressive dito sa MattJess considering they went passive and it worked last round. But the smoke has to go down dito sa exit B. Pero inaantay pa nila makaka-cross pa sila dito. CBN still.
Oh!
Nako po, nakalimutan ni Jam yung update dito sa CFN. Merong thin part yung smoke. Nako po, kitang-kita ang kanilang pangalan doon. JCD is gonna go down as well. Jefferson at Jeff Rocks na lang natitira. And 2 players versus 4. I mean, kahit hindi nilang bantayan itong A-site, pwede nilang mag-retake dito yung MattJess.
Pwede. Knowing na yung isa pa sa kanila dito, sniper ang hawak, although kayang-kaya nila na patasan ito for the side of MattJess as all the advantage already on their end. Still lot of time naman. They can work around it, although mapapabagsak tong si MZ with a really good angle here for side of Jefferson. Jeffer Rocks, 1 for each. They've been able to mow them down 1 by 1 until si Vanna lang ang naiwan. And I wonder how Va can actually address this current scenario at hand as he tries to make his way, push them forward. Mapipitas niya si Jefferson, and it all boils down to a 1v1. Trying to defuse the bomb, not quite sure if he is entirely aware. And yes, he's gonna be halted at that instant.
Pure delay na lang yung ginawa dito ni Jeff Rocks on C1. He was like, namatay si Jefferson. 8 seconds na lang yung bomba. I'm gonna just stay here until I hear a certain sound that the defuse is starting. And GAON Gaming, I mean, that's a pretty solid 2v4 para sa kanila dito. Jefferson popping off on the sniper. And Jeff Rocks finding the right frags at the right time. Tamang pagkalat lang dito sa A-site. And MattJess maybe waiting a bit too much para makakuha ng retake. Also, sobrang separate nila as players. Pero Rels, nako po, ine-expect na nga. Ito na nga yung sinasabi ko, GAON. Expecting na magpo-forward itong MattJess at masyado yata silang angat dito sa B-site as Va and Rels lose their life at the start of the round. And GAON Gaming, full control na sila dito sa laruan natin. But it's gonna take some heroics galing sa remaining 3 players dito na MattJess para makabalik dito.
Ang lungkot din nun, no, na talagang expected na sila, quite basado na sila ng GAON Gaming na, you know what, maghahanap ng kills ng mga to. And did, because they really want to get the pick-offs earlier on, and on the defenses, medyo hirap sila in terms of getting those until na makapag-advance tong si GAON. But now, wala pa masyadong kasagutan ng MattJess. Lalong-lalo na 3 na lang ang naiiwan sa kanila. A7J, not quite sure. Or kaya yung makumpara natin dito sa side of GAON, shots not entirely connecting, but merong mga mababawasan as he tries to back out just to be safe, pero meron ding sumusunod.
Yep, kailangan na lang lumabas dito ng A7J. Ito yung mahirap sa storage. You have to go through that very long hallway. para makabalik dito sa A site. So that's why as soon as any
Si
BL
Jam.
player see a single player there, sinusugod nila agad, fully knowing that he's running away from a bad spot. Pero Jam! Nako po, ginulat na dito si A7J. Jeff Rocks getting itong si MZ at iniisa-isa na nga dito ang ating MattJess na squad. GAON Gaming, 2 points away from winning itong map number 1 natin. And yun nga, that goes back to the comfortability ng compound natin.
Well, the rest of the action is happening in one corner. I really like yung quick decision ni Jam na, you know what, maatras ito, what if sundan ko kaya? And it made the round much more easier for them to end. But rest of the players here from GAON, tamang push lamang all the way onto B site as they try to take control of Bats, and as well as sa baba. Meron nga lang mapipitas dito, CBN. Hindi niya alam, nandun na pala lahat. Nagulat siya doon, napapaulanan pa itong si MattJess, and it's just them na kulang-kulang in terms of HP. Not quite sure how they can penetrate tong B site natin, lalo na bawas-bawas na sila, kulang-kulang pa, and eventually wala na. GAON Gaming taking the lead, or the 3-point lead in this current match.
That just goes to show na they can also switch up the pace, no? Kaya rin nilang gawin yung mabilisan na laruan dito. And they can also surprise itong MattJess, who were just trying to hold as much as possible. And that's really good galing kay Jam. Wala kang bala sa AK mo, might as well just send it with a pistol. Pero yun na nga, Rels! Oy, si Rels nag-AK na, hindi na siya magsasnipe. He wants to go for the 5 rifle play. Pero si Jason na nanggagaling dito sa CA. MZ poked out, MZ down, and GAON Gaming mukhang gusto nang tapusin ng compound at gusto nang maglaro ng Black Widow kasi pati si Rels madadamay na rin. And A7J, the only 2 left alive. Naku po, Rels, umalis na maaga. Not the best look. But, hey, it's a tough situation. 4v2 sa compound. They could be anywhere.
It could be anywhere indeed. Lalo na, no, na magkakalapit pa yung mga posisyon nitong mga taga-GAON. And, alam mo, ang funny nung whack-a-mole situation din dun sa sa catwalk. Like, dude is just peeking and shooting anyone, and he even managed to get both of them in the process. Kaya, medyo dehado talaga ngayon itong si MattJess in trying to address the last 4 members na buhay pa para sa GAON. But, mukhang nakakaramdam na rin siya. Rest of the players here heading towards A. Although, as of the moment, parang, wala silang choice eh. They just gotta try and see if makakarami ba sila dito. Ang dai pa nila. He's gonna take down 2. Not bad. It's all now to A7J to try and conquer this last few moments of this round. Uy!
Yep. Uy! Connect lang pala. He's just like, alright, nandun si A7J sa 2F. He might be Z. Nasa Z, Jeff Rocks, naka-crouch lang. Di kita yung kanyang ulo. Gusto niya pa mag-plant. Nako po, pero A7J, you're just gonna get shot from the left side, man. I mean, good kill dito kay Jeff Rocks. Pero si Jefferson, alam niya na kung anong gagawin mo dito. And GAON Gaming, getting their own map pick-up compound. And that is just, kaya sinabi ko, it's standard compound, not for international play. No, this is very fast pace para sa international play natin. But for the Philippines, ito dapat na rin ang ating compound the game. So, congratulations dito sa GAON, man. They got their own map and kind-of itong MattJess. And itong MattJess were stuck confused the entire time dun sa kanilang TR site kung ano ba talaga gagawin dito ng GAON. We're getting fake left, right, and center dito sa laruan natin.
And also, mention na rin natin, no, that all throughout the duration of Compound, it sinks into me more now that I am on the casting desk na they really, really want to capitalize
Natin, Va obviously having clutches, but the volume was not there in terms of yung kills talaga para sa kanya dito. But the other members dito ng GAON, man, stepping up to the plate dito sa laruan natin. Yun nga, Jason was popping off, and si Jams was also contributing dito sa kanyang team. So, let's see if kaya bang gawing consistent itong GAON Gaming on a map where MattJess feels a lot more comfortable.
Tsaka, they are gonna start on the side of global risk again, diba? So, it's gonna be a matter of time for us to say then or predict kung are they gonna be on the much more aggressive side of things, like talagang magiging aggressive ba yung mga angulong yung hold nila, or will it be on a much more safer route, pretty similar to what we have seen earlier on. Pero yan na naman muli ang ating mga cases ng mga players as they are pretty focused and now starting in the map of Black Widow.
Mm-hmm. And this is still the exact same approach para dito sa GAON. No? They don't wanna be overzealous sa start ng game natin. They don't wanna overpeak. They don't wanna surprise itong MattJess with some aggression. They want to kind of test things out muna. Ano yung feeling para dito sa ating MattJess na squad? Anong type ng game na lalaroin nila in this particular map? And obviously, Va already leading the charge dito sa short. So this is already MJ kind of neck deep dito sa A site natin.
Yun nga lang din, Va already accumulated some damage. Not too much naman. And hopefully they can facility control din dito near the pillar area. But holding lang din in case, no, dito sa ating house area, itong si kumpara nating MZ for any pushes na magagaling kay GAON. Pero ito nga like they're just testing the waters for a bit. And kalmado naman talaga in terms of defense, pretty similar to what we have seen kanina lang din sa compound itong si GAON. And they're just really waiting for matches to push forward and see kung meron nga ba sila makukuha from these ones. Ay, nakikita sa under. Ayun lang.
Uy, naku po, bulag na bulag dito si JCD. The swing, the flick was not there para dito kay Jefferson, just a bit too late. Pero hindi nila napansin si JCD na nandito sa ilalim pa, trying to get some RS control. MZ nandito sa kabilang side ng mapa, so hindi makaka-rotate ng libre dito si Jam. Naku po, umikot pa siya at the wrong time. And A7J cannot get the spray kay Jeff Rocks. 28 seconds left on the clock. CBN spotting the short player, and JCD na lang natitira who started in spawn and probably is gonna end in spawn unless makuha na dito si Rels who's already on low HP. Inahagisan na siya ng mga nades dito pero si CBN na mismo ang nag-peak. So, ayun nga, that's more like it para dito sa MattJess.
Ganda ng control ni MattJess, no? And especially the patience coming in dito all the way from B site and catching Jam out before he even rotates is pretty good. Jeff Rocks though, mapipita siya na agad tong si MZ. And just him. It's him. He is him. Just securing a couple of kills on that moment as well. While the rest of the members here galing sa side ng MattJess, back out lang muna. Palma muna tayo. Hopefully makuha para kahit papano maging pantay. Dahil hindi naging maganda ang kanilang pag-shift ng attention towards the bridge area kanina.
Oh
Ooh.
No, nako po, Rels. I mean,
lang.
miss and you die. Literally. And ayun na nga, GAON's just gonna clear it out. Grabe talaga. I mean, GAON, once they have a single advantage, no, dito sa mapa natin, I mean, you really just have to expect that they're just gonna keep on rolling forward. So, ayaw nilang bigyan ng chance itong MattJess, no? They'll kind of slow down the round, look for opportunities sa mapa natin because they know how dangerous these players can be, even in a 2v4.
Bilis din ang adjustment dun ni GAON, no? Okay, first round, sobrang tindi ng nila, ng control nila over the map. So what if try na lang muna natin silang i-push and try to get some few pickoffs? Because it's actually benefiting them well. JCD, kung makakabawa siya dito onto A7J as he resorts to backing out dito sa ating ES area. But all the while, lots of people just hovering towards A as the trades has been going on. Tuloy-tuloy lang, mga kaibigan. And ngayon, they're putting the bomb down, anchoring the site, and they're getting the kills. Actually working well para sa kanila. And it's all on to Jason as well as kay Jam. Paano nila ito makokontra dahil hindi na nila hayaan na makapasok sila dun sa site. Ganda rin nun,
insane. This bucket is insane. Parang every single shot na nakikita ko sa kanya on the AK is just a pure headshot.
Connecta agad.
And imagine they have two of those. Dalawa yung ganun na player. No? Meron kang Pa, meron kang CBN. And both of these players are new. Yun nga, kagaya na sinabi ko, MattJess, I don't know where you're finding yung mga players na to. Pili ko tropa lang nila in the CFPH. You know,
parang pwede ka mag-pro.
Yeah, pwede ka mag-pro. That's how the clans work, honestly.
Tapos agad.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's how the clans work dito sa laruan natin dito, Mochi. You know, there's some insane players. They can stand out and they can rep the clan. And feeling ko, this is the best of the MattJess clan at this very moment. And it is showing. And yung parang more loose style na nakikita natin from MattJess and Black Widow. Kagaya nga ng point na sinabi ko kanina, this is really benefiting yung Black Widow more than anything.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like this is quite of a same scenario, no, kanina, but MJ is leaning towards more for the side dito sa bandang talunan line and eventually the high mid. Although not quite sure if they can take additional people here for the side of GAON kasi medyo agresibo ang kanilang angulo dito, no? Sa stairs natin, yun nga lang, a trade for trade. Jeff Rock still connecting to shots of CB and eventually going down on the hands of A7J. Rest of the people here, di makapag-advance sa storage natin. Jam will be taking MZ out as sumagot naman kaagad dito si Rels. Now a 2 versus 2.
Grabe. I mean, I kind of feel bad para sa observer kasi ito yung ginagawa ng MattJess, right? They start fighting one side of the map, pagsasabay na naman dito sa B-side. So, you have to pick and choose which fight to look at. Pero yun talaga, that's just how MattJess does it, right? They distract the team all over the map, make it a good scenario para sa kanila dito. And if it is a 2v2, they're just gonna stick together and look for a 1v2 dito sa site natin. Pero yun lang, kailangan mo muna hanapin si Jefferson. Jefferson very aware that an 8-take is actually happening. Pero si Jason na dito pala sa long. Jefferson, hindi nakita yung mid player. But Rel's missing that very important shot. And trap na dito si A7J. He has to consider 2 angles at the same time. Pero makukuha na dito si Jefferson somehow, some way. At si Rel's manggagaling sa short. Uy, tatago na lang dito si Jason. This is a tough task para kunin yung clutch. And tignan mo naman, nakatago lang yung MJ. They're respecting this man.
Respecting this man indeed and doing their best, no? Na hindi sila masegregate necessarily as they try to push forward. Ay, meron pa kang paakyat dun sa gilid just in case na sumublay itong si Rels. Pero hindi niya na hinayaan nun. And that's another round here para sa side ng MattJess. Yung chillings ng mga players natin. Oh, good job, guys.
Yeah, can't get too overzealous para din sa MattJess squad. Natawa ko dun sa facepalm na ginawa ni Jason Loki. Kasi he knew he could have won that round if he got the double spray dun sa first player. Si A7J, it was just in a bait position. Pero Rel's having his teammate covered just in time. So, yun nga, the faster pace. Tingnan mo, we are already 4 rounds in and it's only been somewhat like 6 or 5 minutes pa lang yata dito sa laruan natin and we are gonna keep the pace going. Ba, gusto na pumasok sa side jam with a good clear dito kay Ba. Sabi ni CBN, ako naman mag-entry this time. That was just all a bait to start things off dito sa B-side. Problema nga lang, look at the amount of members of GAON na lumipat na dito sa B. This is gonna be a very tough push kung tinuloy nila to.
Parang gusto nga nilang ituloy, yun nga lang nga nagkakaroon na ng palitan. As merong mawawala dito from the side of GG momentarily. Jeff Rocks lang naman. But 2v2 na.
CBN? What?
And what is...
These, man?
Hindi ko rin alam, pero nakakuha siya na dalawa on that instant. And they are yet to get the C4 back on their end kasi pretty wary sila, no? Sa kung saan maaaring manggaling itong mga GAON players natin. So making it up. Hopefully, no, na matakpan. But Jefferson, maganda yung angle niya din dito sa window just in case. Onto that sniper as well, yun nga lang. Gagapangin ata nila ito, Sneaky Frog.
Yep. Naiiwasan lang nila yung window B player. Oh my god, lalabanan din si Jefferson. CBN, you madness!
Okay.
That is not a normal fight to take, but he takes it anyways, and CBN gets a 4th. All headshots para kay CBN. We need to DNA test this kid. He might have some Chinese blood in him, pare. This is absolutely insane.
Grabe.
Somehow scrapping his way into the B site and getting every single member dito ng GAON Gaming. MZ does get taken down, but I'm still mind blown. What is CBN doing dito sa laruan natin?
Si bro ay nagwawala. And it's all over the place all at once. And as much as possible, he's not gonna go down without even securing 1 or even 2 or possibly 3 from the side of GAON. MZ though, already out of the equation para sa side ng MattJess. Some presence here sa stairs area natin. JCD not entirely connecting some shots here but si CBN magkakaroon naman ng additional sa kasagutan though. May trade din siya kaagad. Rest of the players here for the side of MattJess. May kakulangan kaunti. Rel's not connecting that shot on the mid doors areas. They try to make their way sa A site natin where Jefferson is currently here, going to that contact, but Rose will be winning that encounter. Kaya naman, it's time for them to push forward din dito sa A natin.
Yeah, pero nandito si Va in a very precarious position. Yun lang, di nakatingin si Jason. Oh. I mean, for GAON Gaming, they've already gotten their mission down. Take down the final boss ng CBN. Now, you only have to deal with itong si Va and si Rels. But Rels is starting to hit some shots on that sniper. Nako po, nag-jump spot pa nga dito sa metal box. And perfect timing para dito kay Rels to get that information. Pero si Jam, gusto pa mang bumawi. Va, known dito sa may 3 box. Pero akit-akit lang. Naka-M4 pa naman dito si Jam. So that's gonna do hella damage kung nakita niya dito ang ating last player na MattJess. And this is what I was talking about. Spray's gonna go through. Pillar. Nade. Nako po, hindi yan maiiwasan ni Va. Somehow lives! Flash is gonna go through. Bulag na bulag dito si Jam. Nako po, puting-puti ang kanyang paningin dito. And 7 seconds left. 6, 5, no time. And even Va getting the kill. And another clutch for the kid. 5-1 para dito sa MattJess. They are in control sa Black Widow.
Ano kaya yung agimat ni Vano? For some reason. Yeah, he still survives it and even clutched the round for them. And I feel like meron na rin contribution yung time pressure, no? For the side of GAON, though. Well played for MattJess. And that's gonna be some time na makapag adapt ulitong si GAON from that moment. Although, mukhang merong nararamdaman si Raz dito sa ating stairs area, which is laging tinitake din ng GAON. At yun na nga, basadong-basado CBN on his face. He will be able to take Jeff Roxanne and by the LA area. Si MZ din ay merong makukuha para sa sarili niya. Vado going down as they try to clear the whole A site para sa kanila, libreng-libre. Although may mga manggagaling dito, galing sa mid-area natin as well sa stage. And mawawala din sila kaagad-agad.
Yep. Di pwede yung ganyan na pacing kung kayo yung GAON Gaming. You cannot match etong MattJess sa kanilang laruan. Especially when it comes to that pub style. Everyone's just fighting every single time. Every single angle dito sa mapa natin. You have to find a way to counter this type of play. And MattJess, yun nga, no, fully comfortable na sila sa mapa. Every single player is hitting their shots, especially itong si CBN who refuses to hit anything but the head. Grabe talaga. I thought na one-time thing lang yung 100% headshot rate, but I feel like he's trying to go for another game exactly like that. And MattJess naman, sila naman yung magte-testing ng setup dito sa mapa natin. Just 2 players dito sa long and they're gonna take short control. So A split possibly yung mangyayari dito.
Hindi lang yung headshot, yung 100%, no? He is ensuring that the performance he gives out is 100 as well. Vado is gonna get JCD, but kasagutan kaagad ni Jason ang kanyang makakaharap. Rest of the people, all of the utilities being thrown here. A bomb kill dito from the HA, the grenade. But 3 more people remaining here, the side of GAON Gaming, not entirely giving them the return of investment na gusto nilang makuha kanina pa. Jefferson may makukuha. Rose will be out, but 2 more people eventually won. Jefferson and the snipers, the connecting that shot onto MZ as he tries to make his way dito sa A site natin. Still a lot of time for them to actually offer the execute, but Va is pretty close on him. He's gonna be able to connect that shot on the Dlawa with a pistol. Now, CBN, Jefferson, ang ganda ng 1v1 natin ngayon. Both of these cracked players facing up against each other.
No, nagkaikotan na nga.
Medyo nakakataranta na! Nakita pa nga ito si CBN! Nagkasilipan, nagkapakiramdaman, nagkakitaan. He's been able to put the bomb here at the site. Not quite sure if Jefferson will be able to expect him. He's just roaming around this.
He's still a headshot. Ooh, okay. This kid. I think the CBN stands for Chinese talaga. I mean, CBN, I think you're the lost child dito ni ZY from all gamers, pare. Because you're just hitting every single headshot on the AK. This kid is on another level pagdating sa rifling. I don't know what they eat sa Cebu, but it's working. But Rels, gonna be the first one down. Jefferson, medyo galit na yata dito si Boss Jeff kasi ayaw na nang magpatinag dito. At least galing dito kay Rels. But tignan mo naman yung MattJess. Their teammate dies. push straight up dito sa long, and CBN finally goes down with a headshot galing dito kay Jeffrox, and they finally stop yung push ng MattJess in their place. Pero since MattJess yung kalaban nyo, hindi mo alam kung saan magagaling. Ang second player, MZ, goes down with the trade, and 3v1, and it's all on A7J. What can the captain do dito sa clutch situation natin?
Ito na yung oras na kami na iniintay natin, no? That A7J can step up the moment possible. Pero yun nga lang, quick on his speed. Jefferson, mapipitas niya ito kaagad-agad. And so for the second half, pretty dominant, no? Maganda ang naging blacklist side for matches. And I wonder kung paano ito ma-handle ng GAON. Kasi so far maganda ang kanilang simula.
Yep. Oy, pero yun lang.
Oh.
Bit of a short control, Rels. Passing through the windows, tamang sidestep lang just to get Jeffrox down. Pero Jefferson, buhay na buhay pa rin. Can be the X factor para dito sa GAON Gaming team. Flash is gonna go through, Vaz gonna go through as well. Pero yun lang, masyado naging confident na MattJess, but there is no such thing as too confident para sa MJ squad. Ginawa pa nilang 3v3 and iiwan na nila. They're gonna concede the fight. They want to control yung mga sides natin, fully knowing na GAON Gaming could be spread out sa mapa natin.
The edge of their side, though, is the fact na they can execute forward alongside each other. And that's currently happening with the segregation na maaari nilang magawa on the side of MattJess. It's now up to CBN. And yeah, he's gonna be taken down by Jam kaagad-agad. And long way to go still. Pero at least nasimula na maganda ng GAON.
Yeah, I mean, the round is round para sa kanila dito.
Yeah.
Sayang yung ginawa dito ni MZ, pushed up all the way dito sa catwalk, and nakita na natin yun from ZYK, from yung mga games with Pacific Macta. Obviously, pag na-surprise itong GAON Gaming, they get the first pick, but unfortunately, medyo ide-expect na ka ng GAON na yun nga yung mangyayari.
Aggressive.
Yeah, pero, oh, wait, they're sending it along! Alright, that's the most MattJess round, that's the most MattJess thing I've ever seen. Pero yun nga, CBN, headshot pa rin. Of course, it's a headshot. Pero yun nga, Jeffrox, Jason, positioning better para sa GAON. Jeffrox going crazy on the AK. And A7J na naman ang natira para dito sa MattJess. And magtatago na lang siya dito on the spike of train. And ang tanong, i-check ba ito ng GAON Gaming? Because if they don't check this, that could be 8 para dito sa MJ, but are they gonna be careful about this? Oo, magiging careful sila dito. They're gonna check it.
Ayun.
Yun na nga. Always check your corners, sabi dito ng GAON.
On scene. And that's a lesson and a daily reminder in your matches. Pero, alam mo, hindi ko in-expect, no, na the alley push here from the side of MJ is not entirely gonna work. Akala ko they can't even it out. Kaya lang kasi naubos sila doon. It is quite unfortunate, but it's fine. They can try to pick up their pace afterward. Although for the side of GAON, parang ano lang naman sila dito. They're just waiting for them to push forward and they're gonna get the kills just like what we have witnessed na ginawa ni Jam dito kay MZ.
You know what the funny part is? Pati yung B team nila ginagawa nila yun. Pati yung MattJess B, they also do that exact same thing. So it's a 1-to-1. I think they're trying to answer with aggression naman dito sa kanilang GR side, which works dito sa Black Widow if the opponent does not expect it. Problema nga lang, medyo ina-expect na dito ng GAON. Yun yung gagawin dito ng ating MattJess squad. So, ano naman yung magiging reaction natin? They're just gonna keep on fighting. Okay, sige. Let's see if that works. Pero, CBN pa naman yan. Not CBN. Yeah, I guess they can now yun na. Hindi na nila kinocommit yung angle. They know na medyo dangerous yung bata na yan.
And as much as possible, no, let him push out na lang din kung kaya naman at kung pwede naman. And with 2 people being lost here ng MattJess, it's about time for them to be more on guard sa kung ano ang maaari nilang ma-receive from GAON na kumpletong-kumpleto pa. Just making their way here once again sa A site natin. A7J ang nag-iisa nasa site. Possibly, he's gonna get someone, but hindi lahat. Jeffrox just securing the last 2 people remaining here alongside DCD and yes, clean.
Nararamdaman mo yung momentum switch, no? Dito sa side ng GAON because they are now starting to call out yung number dito ng ating MattJess squad. Tignan mo naman yung adjustment. Finally, MattJess is just saying like, alright guys, yung push is not working. Let's just hold for now. and try and see if we can do exactly that. Pero yung problema, yun yung ginawa nila dun sa compound and didn't
Yeah.
really work out in their favor.
And I feel like they didn't expect that the same thing is gonna happen ngayon. Sabi nga nila, if you don't learn from your mistakes, history is bound to repeat itself.
Mhm.
Wow, life lessons. Pero, ano, antabay lang tayo dito sa bandang stories natin as si Va sinusubukan niyang makita kung mayroon man na magpupush dito because the rest of the squad is heading towards at that same area na binabantayan niya. And they better be prepared.
Oh, Jam just sent it. Oh my god, Jam just sent it to site. Is anyone gonna kill him? Never mind. Bumalik pala siya dito sa may B-house. He's gonna play it safer now. Pero kailangan nila i-execute itong B-side bago makaikot yung mga players ng matches. Pero tignan mo naman si Ba. Tamang tibay lang dito sa metal box. Hindi siya magpapakita ng ulo whatsoever. Jefferson getting si Rel. A7J getting si Jam as well. Jason finally getting itong si Ba in the corner. And Jason with a turnaround M4 shot. What a play from Jason. Jefferson with the falling AWM shot pero nandito si CBN. Puro ulo lang ang tatamaan niya dito. And MattJess on their last legs. Si CBN na lang yung natira and he gets it.
Si CBN pa talaga yung naiwan, no? And
Sino
also,
Ikaw na bahala. Kaya mo yan.
inadya pala, no? Para daw may pang clips tong si CBN. Pero, hindi pa mapuno yung clip bank ng batang yan. Sunod-sunod yung mga headshot niya. Tapos, alam mo, kahit na nag-grenade tong si Ba, buhay pa rin. Nakakuha pa siya ng isa bago siya mamaalam.
CBN,
Dun
palag ka lang sa
steel
TikTok
box.
pa na. You tag me.
Tindi naman talaga ng MattJess R. 8-5 though. Medyo malapit pa rin naman, no? But, it's about time before they head sa ating match point. So, GAON should really be more prepared. Okay, just heading their or putting their attention towards dito sa ilong natin. As the rest of the people, tamang antabay lang, hopefully getting some sort of information here from mid as well, from MattJess. Yun nga lang nga, meron din maiiwan dito. The catwalk area possibly. Going into their execution, MZ going down into the hands of JCD as the rest of the squad tries to answer back. Hinigitan palalo, no? As A7J is gonna be depleted as well as but no. Just 3 more people remaining here from the side of MattJess. And si Jason na lang ang naiwan.
Oh!
Pero sinusubukan niya pa rin. He's trying to make it. He's trying to wing it. But unfortunately,
Sayang.
not enough. Di enough.
Sayang, you know, even si CBN, he's like, thank God we won that round. That's for sure, pare. And 9-5, MattJess. Ayun na nga. Since medyo mahaba na yung kanilang lead dito, of course, Rels is gonna go for the full check dito sa HM natin and he's gonna try to go for the full flank pero may nanonood kasi eh. Galing sa GAON Gaming dito. Feeling ko alam ni Jam yung gustong gawin ng MattJess pero kung maglo-long push sila dito, I don't think it has to be a full commit for the side player. Kailangan nilang i-delay for the flank to come in. So A7J, it's a 1v5 para dito sa loob ng site pero nagpapabuhay lang siya dito. Somehow he's still alive pero Jeffrox finally gets him. But still, control para sa side ng GAON Gaming. MattJess trying to get the flank going pero sayang walang umikot dito sa LA para dito sa side ng MattJess. Pero si Va at si MZ na daw bahala kung kaya nilang kunin yung clutch na to pero yeah, mukhang it is a 6-9 para dito sa GG.
Yes, and the final nail in the coffin is eliminating MZ. And yes, no, despite of the fact that MattJess has been able to get consecutive rounds and pretty prevalent naman din na in favor para sa kanila itong match na ito. GAON Gaming is still extending their hands into touching upon the aggressive side of things and hopefully they can pick up the pacing after this one, especially na doon naman sila nag-thrive or doon sila merong kalamangan. Pero Jefferson, just in case lang na meron siya mamataan here onto the A side directly, gugustuhin niya talagang pitas yun. And just in case lang din na may mga hasamang like, ay meron tayo, bantay sarado naman ito ni Jam. But The rest of the people here, heavily saturated itong B site natin. So, just in case na ito yung kanilang mapipiling site na pasukan, medyo delikado to para sa side ng GG.
Yeah, and Jam, now slowly taking. Feeling ko ito yung magiging proper reaction para sa GAON Gaming if magsuslow pace nga itong matches. Pero tignan mo naman yung tao dito sa B-site.
Dai!
Punong-puno ang ating B-site with MattJess members. Pero feeling ko nararamdaman ng GAON Gaming that there might be a bit too many people dito sa B despite not seeing anyone. Pero A7J, tamang testing lang ng angle dito sa may rampa. You don't wanna overcommit. Pero tamang pa-info lang naman. A7J tumingin lang just for the sake of it. And mag-A pala itong GAON Gaming. I mean, that's one way to counter a read to just kind of test things out sa mapa natin. Kung walang presence dito sa A site, might as well just send it.
Yeah. And in contrary though, this might be a full-on retake para sa side ng GAON Gaming, which is one of their strengths, I believe. Although, A7J, mapipitas yan agad si Jason for the even to put the bomb down at A, and now rest of the people just gonna scour towards, and they better be on the lookout for this one kasi sabay-sabay silang mamatcha dito all the way from mid pillars, but heavy presence. He's gonna get someone here, Jeff Rocks, pero media trade from CBN. Alam naman natin ano ang talima ng batang ito at pinapakita niya na kakayanin niya natapatan itong mga miyembro to, but JCD, mauubos niya ba? Mauubos niya ba? Makukuha niya! Sneaky Frog! A 1v3 successfully being pulled off by JCD.
Tamang cover lang once again dito sa train. Hopping on that little spike just in time. And grabe naman, separating those last two players in individual 1v1s. Not the best play para dito sa side ng matches. But that's gonna save itong Black Widow, at least for now, para sa side ng GAON Gaming. Tignan mo naman ni MattJess. Feeling ko alam nila na meron pa silang isang point ng leeway at least before they reach the position na it could be possibly overtime dito sa Black Widow. So they're gonna try to go slightly aggressive. CBN, this is a perfect angle para kay CBN, honestly, yung Teres. And the rest of them are just gonna spread out dito sa A site. More focus siguro yung depensa dito sa B. And yeah, MattJess, tamang hold na muna sila this time.
And with the location din dito sa CBN, parang ito na rin yung nitty-gritty na kailangan nilang antabayanan just in case. But rest of them are gonna be putting their attention dito sa ating B site. But sa ngayon, wala pa namang nagkakakitaan. Never mind, it happens just now. Jason, nabawasan na kaagad ang nagbabantay sa B-site natin at mamamataan ang isa pa ba. Wala na rin. Sunod-sunod silang nalalagas here for the side of MattJess while the rest of them is trying to even out kung ano ang nawala kani-kanina lang. So in the process of securing the objective of putting the bomb down, di pa naman ito nangyari. Never mind, ngayon lang nila ito na-secure. Rels and CBN, which is pretty low in terms of HP, makukuha nila ang grenade kill onto Jason. Unfortunately though, with a high pressure, GAON will be able to get this on their side despite of the efforts na inilapag dito ni MattJess.
Yep. And I feel like
8-9 na!
8-9 na. They're going back to their bread and butter itong GAON Gaming, no? Yung kanilang mga executes, more 5-man play, yung ginagawa nila dito. But tingnan mo naman ginagawa ng matches. There's 4 people dito sa long. That's one way to counter etong long control potentially para dito sa GAON. But they're gonna swing for the hills. And Jefferson, the one time that you had to miss, it had to be that. Pero pwedeng mag-react dito yung GAON. Pwede na silang dumiretso dito sa B-site. Alam nilang medyo madaming members ang naan dito sa A. Pero tignan mo naman yung MattJess, takbo na papunta dito sa B. Because they know what the reaction is gonna be. Pero MZ spotted sa gilid. MZ is gonna get taken down. Pero GAON Gaming, they're gonna slow down the pace again. Alam nilang medyo spread out na dito yung MattJess defense.
Ang importante na-equalize na nila yung nawala, no? Just unfortunate, hindi talaga connect yung shot ni Jefferson doon sa terrace area natin. Although, still, andun pa rin si CBN sa terrace, no? Ang tatag ng tambay niya doon. And just in case na mayroon dumaan doon from the side of GAON, I'm pretty sure na they're gonna see their life flash in front of their eyes. Pero rest of the squad from GAON, just taking their time. Kasi tumubol pa rin naman. Kaya pa rin naman. And hopefully that they can make their way here from the stairs from pillar to train. Although, bantay sarado. Kailangan nilang ingatan knowing na Va is still under that area din.
Yeah, 45 seconds left on the clock. Not much time para makapasok dito yung GAON Gaming, but I think they're using the timer as pressure as well. Para sa ating MattJess na squad, mapapahula sila kung saan ba talaga papasok itong GAON Gaming. But Rails with a nice first shot dito kay Jam. Jeffrox kailangan ng lumabas dito sa may spawn side in order to provide pressure dito sa labas. Pero ayun na nga, papasok na dito si JCD. Pero spotted agad dito si Jeffrox, and a good call out from the rest of MattJess at si Jason na lang natitira. And we are not gonna have overtime potentially. 10 seconds left. A7J with the finish. And MattJess, they get yung second map natin on the board. And the more spread out fighting style na ginawa dito ng MattJess, the more pubby style na pwede natin tawagin, is where it is at.
Kitang-kita, no? Talagang, kung pagka lang din naman yung usapan, kami lang kasagutan dyan, sabi ni MattJess. And they've been able to perform beautifully at the Black Widow map. Although, I feel like okay na sana yung mga adjustments na sinusubukan na i-pull out dito ni GAON. It's just that kulang. And even if that they try to do...
And what a replacement, man, honestly, para dito kay Loy. And him popping out just like that, parang it raises expectations para sa bata na to. And really, I want to see more from this kid. So, yun nga, matches, I feel like the lead dito rin sa first half was pretty big as well. Na, medyo nahirapan yung GAON na ibalik yung game, but still they kind of done it with a few more executes. Call out nila yung mga overpushes na ginagawa dito ng MattJess. But then, yun nga, MattJess, they started to hold. And I feel like hindi yata in-expect ng GAON na, hindi magsusuntukan sa start ng round itong team natin.
Totoo. And I feel like, or I wonder kung pretty similar to kanina yung sobrang taas ng, ng headshot per kill na makuha ni CBN. Kasi, not gonna lie, siya talaga yung highlight ng mga matches na we have so far. And he's just really showing off na, you know what, guys, actually, it feels natural being in this team, and I can actually perform to my fullest. And I wonder if these players or yung other players natin really gives him the avenue or that we call that the space to actually show what he is really made of. But for the side of GAON, I wonder what's going to be the adjustment coming into this one. Kasi even if that they try to pull off some aggressive moments kanina, MattJess is quick enough to adapt and to adjust and try to take their time na umatras, and if ever that any of their plays are not entirely working out for themselves, which is good para kay MattJess. Kasi this is something na hindi natin nakita sa compound kanina.
Yeah. Just like how I talked about dito sa compound. Though. Compound is a lot more close to the map, which benefits itong GAON kasi ayun nga, they have a more systemic kind of play compared nga dito sa Black Widow, which it is slightly more crazy, no? Sa nakita natin dito sa ating map number 2. So, yun nga, once na nakalapag na dito sa Black Widow, the pub map dito sa Pilipinas, tignan mo naman, it's the opposite sa nakita natin on that first map. A lot more freedom, especially para dito kay CBN, just to pop off at the moment. And yung mga ibang members rin natin, umangat din sila. They rose to the occasion dito sa laruan natin with Rels starting to hit some few shots, Val with some clutches. Itong si A7J nakakatama na rin in time. And the MC, his lurks were more effective pagdating sa mapa ng Black Widow. But, ayun nga man, Port, I really feel like Port is a really good display para sa dalawang teams natin kasi it's a good balance of pwede ka maging pubby sa mapa na to, pwede ka rin maging systematic, so it kind of depends on who's who. Pero tignan mo naman yung statistics, 32 AP para dito kay CBN, 95% headshot percentage. This kid, kagaya nga na sinabi ko, we need to DNA test him. He might have some Chinese blood in him kasi that AK is not normally. Pero ayun nga, for the rest of the squad,
2024 Grand Finals, but the terrains are rough for players that seek honor and glory. To reach and reign above all, teams must undergo a series of qualifying tournaments. The first goal is entering the CFS/PH Masters 2024 and the CFS24 Regional Finals Philippines. But to get to that step, we're here to proudly introduce the first launch of CFS/PH Impact 2024. CFS/PH Impact is the Tier 2 tournament in the Philippines, where prospects contest to earn the chance to reach and play in the top level. Divided into two
And yun na nga, hello and welcome back to the CFS 2024 Regionals Philippines Path to Hangzhou. Of course, Steve Frog and Mochi still on the mic para dito sa MattJess versus GAON gaming game, which went all the way to map 3. Of course, map 1 was I wouldn't say one-sided affair, pero yung back and forth yung nangyari up until GAON just defended really well and showed what they can do dito sa kanilang BL side. And hey nga, Black Widow, big surprise para dito sa ating MattJess side, dominating itong first half natin. Nakahabol yung GAON, but then MattJess did a thing na they don't usually do, which is hold angles. So, ayun nga, let's see kung gagana pa ba ang kanilang mga strategiya pagdating dito sa port. A map that kind of serves yung dalawang playstyles natin in all honesty. And not gonna lie, I kind of just want to get into it, especially pagdating dito sa LA side natin. What's gonna be the course of action para sa mga players natin?
Ayun nga yan. I wonder if MattJess will try to continue yung recently discovered thingy nila kanina. Just, once again, tuloy sa mo, hold their angles. And for GAON, if there's going to be like a sudden shift, knowing that Port is also one of their favorable maps, if I may say, and especially in terms of the global risk side. Although, once again, hindi natin sigurado kung ano nga ba yung mailalabas na ulam or what they're cooking here para sa side ng MattJess, considering na it is them being the global risk for the first half after all. Yeah, pretty excited on what's gonna be for us. We're in on a trip because kanina 2-0, ngayon 1-1, and we're on to the third map, and we are yet to witness kung magiging close din ba ang laban na ito or hindi. We cannot say for sure.
Yeah, it's still itong matches, of course, starting off dito sa kanilang BL side, GR side para dito sa GAON. So yung malakasan na side for both teams ang sisimulan natin dito sa port. Obviously, BL side is slightly harder, pero fully knowing itong matches, maghahanap sila ng paraan para i-counter yun. And somehow, someway, Jefferson, bakit ka nandyan sa baba ng bridge, my friend? He wants to start things off early. Ba,
Okay.
yun na nga, buti na lang. Nakita ni Ba, umikot pa nga siya.
They're checking the corners as well, taking notes from GAON themselves. But, ang daing nababawasan dito, Jeffrox and Jam. Naku, isang pitik na lang kayong dalawa. And, looking good. Tang si MattJess so far. And, they have been able to take someone out na rin naman. So, this is gonna be a bit more easier for them to manage their duels later on. Although, isa na lang ang naiwan dito. Ang bilis ng mga pangyayari and how they've been able to address all of their duels. Jeffrox. On to A7J. That's
Yeah.
the last one.
Yun nga, blink and you miss it type of gameplay ang ginagawa dito ng GAON. I
Yeah.
like yung ginawa nila sa round 1 no. Just parang appetizer para sa rest of yung game natin na pwede mangyari. Pero tignan mo naman, as soon as round 2 came around, okay, play standard na tayo guys. Let's not do that again kasi that's just a one-time thing just to get around on the board.
Baka magkahirapan pa magsakali na ituloy nila yung ganun playstyle. And although mid area fully being catered ngayon ng matches and hopefully that they can narrow down the numbers dito muli as maganda na sana yung naging simula nila dito kanina. And it's just that how they have been able to manage them out dito for the side of GAON. And GAON just finally anchoring themselves back to their usual, I guess, in the side here ng Global Race. Whoa!
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
CBN. It's not a headshot, but it's a kill anyways. Pero ayun na nga, kinlear na nila agad yung B-side. And it's the MattJess burst in the B-side. And feeling ko hindi lang na-hold itong GAON Gaming dahil nga B-split yung nangyari. And unfortunately, in terms of the face-to-face fights, medyo nagulat lang ang ating GAON na squad. 30 seconds left on the clock, pero Jeffrox, there's a guy right next to you. And tatapusin yung A7J. There we go. Alright, that's more like it.
Right next to him, and this eventually acknowledged, no? Agad-agad. And naman sila dito. And I can see na MattJess is trying to be faster, no, in terms of securing spaces and hopefully yung kills din. Kasi ngayon naman, in terms of control, mabilis silang mag-shift from one place to another. And now eventually taking house. Although someone is at top just trying to see kung meron nga ba silang makukuha before they even put the bomb down here sa B-site natin kasi medyo delikado. Although Jason is gonna be eliminated by Rels immediately. And medyo na-deny sila in terms of their sights, but all the bullets are just flying over and onto MattJess. But yeah, they're still gonna pull it off. And still a clean slate here para sa side ng MattJess.
Yeah, pretty objective dito na MattJess, no? Ibaba nyo kayo C4 as fast as possible so we can start fighting. And ayun nga, that's the more natural way of things para dito sa MattJess. I like yung discipline as well. I think it's a really bad idea na bumaba kayo dun sa literal baba ng B. And ayun nga, they just kept it dito sa may top, you know, smoking the right spots at the right time, clearing out every single angle that they can. And I kinda don't like this though, galing dito sa GAON. Yeah, the flash is in, pero nakapasok na dito si Ba. CBN in the corner dito sa generator. Flash is gonna go through, and it's a deja vu round of 5v5 retake para dito sa GAON Gaming. Pero expected na dito ni Ba na may tatalon dito sa box. Pero Ba, still holding steady, strong dito sa side. 28 seconds na lang, nagtitik yung oras dito sa C4. Ang ganda ng flash na ginagawa dito na MattJess. Tingnan mo naman yung MattJess. They're just holding house B for dear life kasi nakaplant naman doon. It doesn't make sense to fight unless the C4 is diffused. And CBN na naman magpapakitang gilas to the double headshot. Rels getting the kill. Jefferson na nakatago sa gilid. Hindi pa siya na-spot. A7J goes down, but does it even matter? MattJess gets the round and port. Nako po, in control dito ng ating MJ.
I wonder if the good thing for GAON to actually do is to not let them put the bomb down dun sa site muna. Kasi for some reason, MattJess is just, you know, once again, yan yung sila pumasok pagka naman kasi dinipis nila, alam naman natin yun agad eh. Like, sound cues are key and it's not entirely much of a problem for MattJess as long as they get the objective secured para sa kanila. But now, they're gonna turn their attention dito sa A site natin, possibly because they're just holding their positions dito sa rich area natin and mid. But medyo agresibo yung angulo ng sa nating kumpare dito onto long, Jeff Rocks. Possibly just trying to check if he can eye someone here and if he is gonna be checked noon doon sa corner na yon. Pero pansamantala, they're just anchoring their specific positions, but CBN's gonna push him out. Jam, all the trade-offs. Jefferson may mapipitis pa rin siya despite him being eliminated shortly, which is actually a good thing here for the side of GAON, but not for long kasi it's a 2v3 and they managed to put it here. Alam mo pa nang iwan dito for the side of GAON, and they are eventually gonna equalize the numbers at present. Jason trying to push forward. Seeing someone here for the side of MattJess, and they are gonna rotate momentarily dito sa A site natin na maaring mayroon nang nakabantay. Top area, they're gonna just defusing the bomb. And they are gonna get it.
Kapit patalim dito sa top A. JCD doing a great job just defending the guy. Yun yung mistake as well, paling sa side ng MJ. Yeah, pagdating sa mga 2v2, you really want at least one person na nandito sa baba, at least one person dito sa taas. But they decided to both go down. And in a 2v2, yung isang pwede mag-defuse and the other guy, kailangan nilang bantayan dito yung stairs, akyatan, and every other angle that is possible dito. And I like this galing sa GAON. There's now starting to fight for control dito sa LB. And Jason gets the 1-for-1. JCD mawawala, but I think that's worth it. I mean, tingnan mo naman yung map control dito ng GAON. It's more than they want. And CBN na naman somehow finds si Jeff Rocks who's trying to get his way into tower. Pero made-deny siya dun.
I actually thought that CBN would be able to find out someone else first, but tignan mo nga naman, no? More advantage once again para sa side ng MattJess. They're just keeping on building dun sa kung ano ang meron kanina pa. Jason though, trying to pop up, but unfortunately, Jefferson na lang ang may iwan against A7J. Pretty low in terms of HP. And they are yet to put the bomb down dito sa site natin. Not quite sure if he is gonna try and contest this one. Wala naman siyang choice, to be fair.
1 HP.
Gusto lang ang hawak natin dito. 1 HP na nga lang siya. Isang pitik ka na lang, A7J. Delikado ka na. I wonder if he is gonna try and work his way around in order to secure the C4 as well. And kung yun nga ba ay magiging doable sa kanya kasi sinusundan lang siya dito ni Jefferson. Just in case. And I feel like Jefferson is aware din dun sa advantage possible.
Okay.
But, okay. Sige. Okay, sige.
Okay, sige, ikot.
Within, ikot ka pa, pre.
Oy, yun lang.
Enough is ring around the rosy
Patay.
scenario.
Ale,
And yeah.
Tamang
gonna be
U-turn
found
lang.
out.
Tamang U-turn lang
Yeah.
sa malayuan itong si Jefferson. I mean, A7J was on 1 HP and I feel like na-call na yun ng kanyang teammates na he's literally 1 HP. So, anything that he does dun sa round na yun, especially with the Colt, I mean, wala siyang pwedeng gawin mali dun unless he misses and then A7J turns around, shoots him in the head. Pero buti na lang, hindi yun yung nangyari para dito sa GAON. GAON needs to claim more rounds though dito sa half natin kasi pagpantay kayo dito sa port, it's not really good news para sa GR side. The GR side has to at least have a 3-point lead off of yung first half natin. Pero MattJess, pinapahirapan talaga nila. The pressure is real. Galing sa kanilang BL, parang akala mo makakahinga ka na for a second and then all of a sudden papasok sila dito sa ilalim ng bridge.
It turns out that's not entirely the case on their end, no? Because just by the wall bang as well. Okay, Jeff Rocks though still trying to stand up for his teammates, although CBN lang din naman ang tatapat sa kanya in the doors, but 2v2. Still waiting all out, but Jefferson is gonna try to push forward. Yun nga hindi ito mag-workout para sa kanya. JCD being able to connect those shots into the two people nakaharap niya as well.
And,
Good round here for GAON. I mean,
so you're watching dun sa background. Grabe. Tamang silip lang.
wow.
I mean, I would be too honestly kung naglalaro yung GAON. But, ayun nga, like 4 and 3, and that's more like it para dito sa GAON. I feel like they learned from galing sa mga prior rounds nila, hindi nila pwede ibigay LB for free. Pero wala na silang choice at this point. Look at how bright the screen is para kay JC, or para dito kay CBN. It lit his screen up and also his face at the same time. Pero iiwan lang nila dito yung LB. It's all just mind games para dito sa MattJess so far to try and draw more attention dito sa B-side natin.
Liwanag eh, no?
Mm-hmm.
Rest of the people, though, trying to make their way onto C possibly. Not quite sure. But the rest of them are just gonna hold their ground here, making their way from mid onto A. And wala namang nakabantay dito sa ilong natin. So that is actually a good thing. Yun nga lang sa top meron. As Jefferson will be securing that shot onto MZ. Bawas isa, sabi nga nila. But they're Arch gonna try to even it out. A trade or a trade. CB and from the sidelines is not gonna connect the shots onto Jam. A rare instance. A7J though, depleting tons of HP para sa sarili niya. But still trying to fend them off. Now a 1v2. Not quite sure kung plausible nga ba ito para sa kanila. But current situation, there's still enough time. JCD and Jason are gonna keep themselves close to each other, knowing na they've got the advantage naman.
Yeah, A7J realizing na dalawa na yung nasa players na nandito sa A, might as well just plant B. And not the best plant, honestly, para kay A7J. Pero yung balak niya yata dito na umikot all the way from the Z side, underside of bridge, into curve, try and surprise one of the players. Pero as soon as na ma-discover siya dito, that thing is gonna get diffused so fast. Pero yun nga, Jason, JCD still looking for A7J. Pero alam ba nila? Alam ba nila na nasa likod? Jason, buti na lang na naandun siya sa may 2-box just in case that anyone comes from house, turns around in time, sees A7J, takes him down, and that's more like it para dito sa GAON. Now a 2-point lead dito sa kanilang first half, and they need to get this last one kasi a 1-point lead pagdating dito sa GR side natin, and especially kayo pa nagsimula sa GR, is not really that good of a look.
And as much as possible, they can make out the possible rounds na pwede nila makuha. Dahil ngayon naman, looking better for the side of GAON. Although, not quite sure until when this can last. Given yung mga possible quick adjustments na mailapag dito ni MattJess. But, pretty similar into the pacing kanina lang. They're just shifting from one place to another. Although, they're trying to take their space here onto LP once again. Possibly na meron silang mamamataan. Not quite sure, no? Kumpara natin dito na sa taas. Pretty safe. CBN securing Jason out in this side as someone's trying to anchor himself and he is gonna get the deed done. Janto, the trades are still coming in until si MZ na lang. At saka si Razo na iwan. 2v2. Still pretty safe. Medyo malayo itong isang kumpara natin dito. And there's still a lot of time pa rin naman to try and contemplate what should be the next thing to do. T4 still not at hand. And they're eventually gonna put it down here at the site.
Yep, pero Rels, MZ, last two left alive, Jeff Rocks on 1 HP. So obviously he's gonna be the guy sending it first. Pero MZ, oh my god, MZ, sakto yung pagkanyang cross dito sa smoke. Tamang tago lang dito sa gilid and MC lines him up. Tamang 2K lang, and that's a really good half para sa side ng MattJess. 4 rounds on their BL side. GAON only 5 dito sa kanilang GR. And now, MJ now with the more advantageous side dito sa mapa natin. And let's see how they do their work, honestly. Pero mas willing yata sila mag-fight dito sa LB. So GAON Gaming, they're just gonna wait a bit bago silang mag-away dito.
Antabay na naman sila dito for the side of GAON, though. Once again, parang hindi nagiging maganda ang kanilang dito from earlier on. And knowing that it's pretty close, I feel like there's huge pressure for them to excel and make the most out of the being a blacklist on this time around. But once again, securing any possible information na maaari nilang makuha at this instant, while the rest of the members here for the side-up matches, they're just gonna keep their cool for themselves.
Mm-hmm. And what's gonna be the course of action? Para dito sa GAON, they're gonna take LB. Have to be careful. Nandito si CCMZ. And another player peeking very aggressively. CBN, the first one down. Obviously, alam nila na magpipeak doon si MZ. Though that's a really good call out. Galing sa side ng GAON Gaming. Pero meron pang isang magpipeak. Pero Jefferson takes down A7J. Va trying to do some damage dito sa B-site. Pero walang mabubulag, walang mamamatay. Rel's getting itong si JCD. But a sniper versus 4. Wala kang choice kundi mag-pistol dito. Pero bulag na si Rel's. Wala na sa makikita. And he's just probably gonna concede the round. Use the rest of the timer. Trying to talk to his teammates pero hindi, umikot na lang pala siya dito sa House B. I mean, 4 insane headshots is what he has to do. Hindi niya na pinulot dito yung AK. Pero tignan mo naman, lahat ng tropa na andito magkasama. And GAON Gaming get the first round on the board. Medyo chaotic, in all honesty. Pero yung GAON, kagaya nga na sinabi ko, they're more of the systematic kind of team. Slowed down sa start ng round. Got LB control. Alam nila magpipick itong si MC sa Z. And ayun nga, inisa-isa nila dun yung matches.
They behave like how predators address their prey, no? Like, go slow and then wait for the best time to strike at the best speed and manner possible. GAON, they're 2 rounds ahead, but until when nila mamamanage yung ganitong advantage on their side? MattJess still just holding their specific sites and areas as merong mapipitas here. And his jam from Rels. Yet to answer back, even. Although while merong sisipat sa kanya, Jason. Just rummaging through that guy. Unfortunately, wala siyang magagawa dun sa instance na yun. Talagang tatanggapin niya na lang. As the rest of them will try to stand their guard dito sa bandang mid and as well as CA natin.
Yeah, akala mo tapos na yung laban nun, then another fight starts on the other side of the map. So,
Yep.
it's just action 24/7 between yung dalawang Cebuano teams natin. And 4 versus 4, not much time to move up. Para dito sa GAON, MZ! That's okay. Alright, that's a peak. Pati ako nagulat dito kay MZ. I mean, at the same sentiment as Jeff Rocks here, pero of course, JCD is gonna go for the refrag, pero CBN also just as hungry pagdating sa mga frags na 13 frags for him so far. Make it 14. Can he make it 15? Mukhang hindi. Jason finally takes him down, pero wala nang HP dito si Jason. At yung mga ibang miyembro dito ng matches naghahanap na nga dito sa last player natin, and this worries itong si Jason kasi yun nga, this team can be all over the place, even in your face. And MattJess gets around dito sa kanilang GR side, 6-5. This is gonna be one of the closer ones.
Really reminiscent dun sa ating first map, and yes, indeed, we're in the long haul for this one. Possibly. CBN, papangunahan, mabilis na kasagutan galing kay JCD while the rest of the squad is trying to answer back in terms of trades. Even the grenades just flying all over the place. Dalawa pang tao na iwan dito para kay GAON. Pero ngayon, magkakakitaan Jefferson really not wanting to give this round para sa MattJess. And I feel like they've got complete information kung nasaan itong dalawang ito. Although, they are gonna focus on the objective as they try shift their attention sa A. Mayroong may iwan na isa, mapipitas niya si Rels. And this is a really good way to address itong tinatry magawa ng MattJess, which is to hinder them from going or getting into sight. But the way that they've been able to sort of forward, he's still gonna defuse the bomb. Okay, kamuntikan pa. Medyo kanabahan ako dun
I was like, guys, nagde-defuse na si A7J and he's 0.5 seconds away from that defuse. Pero okay pa naman. Okay pa naman. GAON Gaming, still live and alive dito sa game natin. Full control. Pero MattJess, alam mo naman, they're very quick at answering back dito sa mga rounds natin. But, I mean, GAON Gaming is closer to the goal line kumpara din nga dito sa MattJess. So they're gonna have to step up para kunin itong 2 rounds natin and then eventually try to figure out what the rest of the GAON Gaming squad is thinking about dito sa laruan natin. Pero,
Good.
Huh?
Yeah, in terms
nag-hold
of
sila.
hold,
Guys,
yeah, the holds are really, really prominent ngayon here for the side of GAON. They always get some sort of info before attacking in, although rest of them, marami-rami na silang nasa LB ngayon. And I am not quite sure if someone's gonna be up for the taking dito onto house. They're just gonna keep their guard up here dito sa B site natin. But there's already 3 people possibly na rumuronda dito around just in case, no, that there is gonna be some executions. But they're really turning their attention here from Z2 baba. So they better be prepared here para sa side ng MattJess kung ano yung maaaring mai-pull off ng GAON dito.
Oh, warning shot? Warning shot lang sa CA. At least, yeah, just shoot once, man. Malay mo, di ba, may mag-swing dun sa CA tas wala pala sila makita. But, looking like the game plan para dito sa GAON Gaming is to try and go for a B-split. Jeff Rocks, you already know the ninja way dito sa ating mid-side. And let's see how is he gonna do it. Never mind, he's just gonna fake the entirety of A-side. Ako po si Jam lumabas, pero pumasok ulit. CBN with the headshot. Pero Jason with the wallbang, the M4. Ito na kayo sinasabi ko, you should play the M4 in this map because the amount of wallbangs you can get is crazy. Pero Jefferson can get itong si A7J as well. MZ, Rels, lastly left alive para dito sa MattJess. Pero nakababa na yung C4 and tignan mo naman nagsitaguan na ang ating GAON Gaming na squad. Jefferson gets one but he doesn't get another one. Rels getting si Jason as well. Si Jam na lang natitira pero mahanap pa nila kung nasan si Jam. Umikot na nga. Nasan yung C4? Rels umakyat pero na-defuse na pala.
Na-defuse pala. Ang dahil nangyari din sa round na yun, no? I feel like they really, really should capitalize more on like how would they be able to secure the best positions possible heading into the pulse plan. Kasi like what you said with the wall banks na maaaring ma-inflict sa kanila, it's gonna be a fly roaming around sa pagmumukha mo. And it's really irritating. Like, kailangan mong ingatan, kumbaga, kung paano mo sasalag yung mga bullets na binabato nila dito. And better choose a position that's not that prone into wallbangs. But, given the loadouts that they currently have, but for the side of MattJess, lapit na. Malapit na mag 7-7, possibly, but it's all up to GAON if they're gonna switch something up in order to broaden yung differences natin.
Yeah, not much control para sa LB for the side of MattJess. Parang gusto nilang i-greet dito sa site instead. Pero fully knowing, no? Itong si CBN, he's fully capable of taking every single member out dito sa B-site natin. Problema nga lang, just like how I said it, most of the members dito ng GAON Gaming have M4s and the wallbangs sa mga wooden positions natin dito sa mga sites. You know, that is basically paper para sa kanila dito. But the flashes are gonna go through. This is good by MattJess. Just keep control dito sa may babaan. Making sure para dito sa GAON na magpa-plant muna sila before they do anything too frisky dito sa site. And it's a 5-man retake. Spotted agad si MZ. JCD with the first kill. Jefferson with a very nice shot kay CBN. And that's already 2 players down. Pero hindi pa naman tapos yung laban. Nandito pa si A7J. Rels can do the factor or be the X factor para sa kanyang team. Pero isa pa lang yung nakukuha nila from GAON and they're having a hard time just entering itong site natin. At ito na ang buong angkan ng GAON Gaming. Lalabas na sa House B. Defuse. Are they gonna stop it? Yes, they will not stop it actually. Nako po, A7J!
Wow!
Nagdasal muna, sabi niya, I will live this. I only need 4 seconds. And nakuha niya yung 4 seconds pa.
Grabe, no? Habang nagde-defuse ka, yun na yung mga panahon na ama namin. Gumaganon ka na
Yep.
Because you really
Plus
want
10
to
holy
hold on to
armor
the
para kay
defuse.
A7J.
Sim, di ba? And I feel like despite of the fact na sobrang shaky ng simula nila kasi biro mo, low na si CBN, low na rin si A7J, but somehow A7J still managed to push through. So that is something worth noting during that last round dito kay MattJess. Pero for GAON, ang dai din nila nun no? It's just that I feel like di nila in-expect that the diffuser gun is gonna come too soon. So, yeah, this is now 7-7 for all we know.
Tough situation. Honestly, para sa GAON, I think the more na nagdidikit yung laban natin, the more random stuff that's happening in and around yung mapa. I think it's better para din sa MattJess because they really like the chaotic style na usually na ginagawa nila dito. And GAON Gaming, alright, standard 8 take. Kunin muna nila yung CA, dalawang players dito sa LA to swing out. No, they're actually gonna go for CA. And ano yung gagawin dito ni Jam? So Jam's just gonna go dito sa B site and possibly toss a flash or two para ma-distract yung mga players dito na MattJess para hindi maka-rotate agad. But 1 minute left on the clock. 2 players in top A. Pero knowing si Rels, he's been hitting a few nice shots on this top A position. So kailangan maging careful dito ng GAON. They have to get this guy down instantly para makuha nila yung site. GAON Gaming at the helm dito ng A. And Rels, nakalabas na ka. No scope attempt pero hindi titira. A7J nandito sa ilalim to defend his sniper. Jefferson getting A7J. Pero Rels getting itong si Jefferson as well. He's going crazy. Pero alam ba nila na meron pang third player na nasa taas pa with the defense and napakabilis ng ikot dito ng MattJess. And of course, CBN with a patented headshot on the AK. And MattJess, they grab the lead galing sa kamay ng GAON Gaming. What a highlight play galing kay Rels.
They didn't even let them put the bomb down dito sa A site natin, and I feel like they really just didn't expect that. That's how quick na sasangguni yung ibang mga miyembro para sa MattJess. Pero it's just unfortunate here for the side of GAON as well because they started it off really clean. Kasi biro mo tatanagad and they're trying so hard in order to put Rels down. It's not entirely working out for them kasi yun nga, may sumasalo kay Rels just in case. And yun nga, despite the fact na nawala din si A7J, they've been able to play it out ever so smoothly. Pero smooth din yung pag-take ng mga frags dito ng CBN as well as the MZ. All equalized in terms of numbers. Mabilis naman ang sagot ng JCD and Jason though. Kalma muna sila dito. Va, maaaring magpupush. Nakaamtabay lang ang grenade natin just in case na gugustuhin yung mga iba to yan. And yun nga lang nga. Alam naman natin, yung agimat ni Va, malakas-lakas rin. Nangalahati ang buhay pero doable pa rin.
Yeah, Va, medyo stuck siya dito sa may mid-side so Rels has to bail him out. But in that chaos, tingnan mo, nakahold lang dito si Jason. He's not gonna let that kid get away for free. And tatry ng mga ibang GAON Gaming players to work their way dito sa B-side. Pero Va, nag 1-2-3, sabi niya, okay, 1-2-3, lalabas na ako this time. And he somehow gets itong si Jason with a headshot through the wall. That's the power of the M4 through the wooden panels natin. A7J spotting itong si JCT trying to force his way inside of the A site. Nag-rotate na yung baka ibang players ng MattJess, but it has to be Jefferson popping off. It has to be Jefferson finding the frags, finding the kills. Pero bababa dito si JCT. Yes, he does, pero hindi niya in-expect na andun si A7J. Pero nasa kabay niya yung C4. Jefferson, napakalayo pa. And mukhang GAON Gaming pa nga ang madadapa sa huli dito sa port. And MattJess, bubulagin na lang nila dito ang last player. Jefferson, as much as you are good, you're up against 3. And 9-7, match point para sa MattJess. Naging roller coaster ang series na to, pero mukhang MattJess yata yung mauuna.
Ang funny yun, bumuelo pa si Baden eh. But it still boils down to how they have been able to keep them out, no? Sa mga sites na meron tayo. Maaari mga pagplan kayo para mabilis namin kayong masasagot pabalik here for the side of MattJess. And I really applaud their adjustments here and how they've been able to depend doon sa iba nilang mga kasama whenever the time arises na kailanganin nila iyon. Although, really prevalent here for the side of GAON. They're trying to keep the pace here, especially dito sa mid-area natin, na kani-kanina lang ang daing aksyon na nangyari. Although, in terms of the pickups, they are yet to secure one because MattJess is pretty passive on their feet here. In contrary for the first two maps that we saw. Like, as much as possible, we're not gonna push. We're just gonna anchor and hold our angles here because that already works. Kani-kanina lang, and they're gonna keep it that way.
Uy, nagtangke si Ba ng nade and he pushes
Na
forward.
naman!
That's not how usually people react when they get a nade thrown sa mukha nila. Pero Ba! What? Ginulat na si Jeff Rox. He thought he was cleared dito sa catwalk A pero mukhang hindi pala. And first pick already down para sa GAON Gaming and that could be the first piece down dito sa port. Pero tatry nilang isagad itong mid-side natin. Catwalk A gonna be occupied. Val gets traded out. Pero alam na ng MattJess kung ano yung game plan ng GAON Gaming for this A site. So they are gonna slowly start to move papunta dito sa A. And CBN in a very key position. He has to hold itong mid at Z at the same time. Pero tignan mo naman yung GAON. Gusto nang gumalaw for the A site.
So nangang gumalaw, hindi. Paunti-unti silang pumupunta rito. Yun nga lang, may nakaantabay din. Si Rels na naman ata yung mga katapat nila dito kung sakali man. But, paubos na ang oras nila.
Oh.
And they better make the most out of this one. Yun nga lang nga, hindi ko connected. JCD will be taking him out instead. Rest of the people here, A7J. Kung sakali man merong akyat, hindi niya hayaan. Although he's gonna be traded immediately. Now, all up to MZ as he tries to counter yung tatlo pa na iwan dito, and he's gonna be caught from the back. And that is going to be an immediate round para sa side ng GAON.
Yep. 9-8. Grabe, nakahabol pa yung GAON dun sa plano na yun. I mean, A-site, I was expecting na Rels was gonna hit this first shot, but yun nga, swing and you miss para sa sniper dito ng MattJess. And unfortunately, that results in another round lost para dito sa MattJess. And that inches ever so closer dito sa overtime natin. And yeah, GAON just gonna go back to their bread and butter. Yung tamang antay lang muna sa start ng round. Make sure that MattJess wastes as much utility as possible. Pero alam na nila na naglalaro dito si Va dito sa catwalk A side natin. So they're gonna start to expect na may player na nasa loob dito. Problem is, it's pretty hard to clear yung angle na yun. Pero hindi, lumabas na actually si Va. He's not in CA anymore. Nasa bodega na siya this time.
We're seeing some subtle positioning shifts, no? Na nagagaling din dito kay Va because maaaring nabasa na nga siya makasama dito. Nakaantabay na, no? Na maaaring nandyan si Va. Va is well aware of where he can place himself next. Pero, hindi pang maaaring makita itong si A7J just in case, keeping their guard up here at top A site. Just waiting for the right time to strike once again dito for the side of GAON. They really want the same setup na ginawa nila dito kanina, and hopefully even better with the manner of how they're addressing their location here sa ating ladder area.
Yeah. Slowly making their way to CA. Nakababa na dito si Jam. A7J on top instead of itong si Rel. So, gusto nilang lagyan ng M4 ang taas ng site. Nades are gonna start to get thrown. Bit slow of a setup para dito sa GAON to get the execute going. Pero si A7J, bumaba na lang instead. They are getting sprayed through the smoke. Naka po, oras na naman. 24 seconds, 22 seconds left on the clock. Pa, nakakuha na ng dalawa. Jason and JCD already down out of the picture. Yung C4 nasa gitna ng kawalan. CBN nakaulo. Rels nakakuha na rin ng isa. Jefferson na lang natitira. And MattJess, after a grueling 3-map series, they finally win it against itong GAON Gaming. It was closer than the last time that they met. Pero ngayon, MattJess pa rin ang mananalo.
You know what? MattJess, over time, you can see the learning curve, no? Simula nung mag-compa, mapunta sa Black Widow until here support. Nakikita mo kung paano sila nag-a-adjust and how they've been able to improve themselves over time. And I feel like that is something that we can applaud and observe dito in these types of series, best of 3. Kasi dito na namin kita kung gaano kabilis mag-adjust at i-correct ng mga players natin yung kanilang mga movements and how they overall work with each other. And congratulations for MattJess for winning the series because, well, just shows na they're well prepared enough to combat itong mga kumpare natin. And yeah, it's just really nice performance on their end overall.
Yeah, I was actually a lot more confident para dito sa GAON, no? Para dito sa map number 3, especially considering na they're gonna start on GR side again, and at least I was expecting more dominance galing sa kanilang depensa dito. But then MattJess, ayun nga, first 4 rounds was all theirs dito sa laruan, and just like how I said it, as soon as you go 5 and 4 dito sa first half nyo and it's not that impressive of a GR showing, then may opportunity na pwede i-close out ng MattJess yung laruan na to. But GAON Gaming, it was a nice fight. Galing sa kanila dito, it was a good back and forth. Rels, missed his shot. That made it very close dito sa fourth. But then, onting adjustment lang pagdating sa kanilang setup. Just leaving Rels dito sa bridge instead. And si Va naan dito sa may bodega. And A7J na naan dito sa top A. It's a lot more robust of a defense that you have to go through. And as soon as nakalabas na dito yung GAON Gaming sa long, nakita mo yung smoke, it was at least tatlong muzzle, there's 3 lights na nanggagaling doon sa smoke natin, and they were just spamming as much as possible. And as soon as the C4 is down, I was just thinking, this is basically game over kasi it's pretty tough. 17 seconds, yung C4 nandun pa sa LA. It's a situation that you can't really win out of. Pero man, MattJess, roller coaster ba ride para sa kanila dito. And CBN, once again, the kid proves himself as possibly one of the best rookies, if not the best rookie dito sa regionals natin.
And not gonna lie, I feel like there's also certain downside din para sa side ng GAON Gaming kasi in the last few rounds na meron tayo, which is everything's pretty close, muntikan pa nga na makakuha sila ng edge from MattJess. It's just that they're playing rounds ng sagad-sagaran with 30 seconds on the clock left, and I feel like it is not necessarily the best situation to be in kasi that just means na magiging aligaga kayo in terms of how you can put yourselves into the site while at the same time addressing the kills wherein pwede nyo naman silang ma-distribute from the previous stages of the rounds and get less workload, if I may say. But yeah, still a nice try for the side of GAON Gaming, and congratulations to MattJess, definitely proving themselves na they can indeed adjust over time and might actually pull off something better than we have imagined.
Yeah, and I feel like MattJess is overloading siguro itong yung utak ng mga GAON Gaming members. I think the team is definitely kind of used to the more slower way of things, pero yung ginagawa nga na MattJess, it was evident dito sa Black Widow pa lang na they're gonna fight one side of the map, and then once the fight start dito sa A,